it starts the music and everything. Nice.
5, 4. She told me to walk this way. I told you the way. Thank you so much for that, cat. I really do appreciate it. Hey everybody, how are you doing? This is Chris Cool. And my camera feels really off. I don't know why. And my hair looks like I look like a vagabond. And my captions are not working. So, yeah, that's on me. Always have a problem with captions. Give me 1 second, guys. Let's see. Let me think here. What do I want to say? Oh, yeah, web captioner. Okay, let's see if this works now. And it does. Very cool, guys. I appreciate it. It's after 6, maybe? I don't know what you want to say. I apologize. A lot of things on my plate. The good news is Sasaya came home. I said Sasaya. Thank you. Yes, she came home from BlizzCon. And she wasn't feeling well, so I cuddled her, made her feel better, and fell asleep. Completely, just I fell asleep and I woke up at 5:30. So, yay me. Yeah, it's you know how it goes, right? Anyways, yeah, a lot of cool things are happening, and we're in the wonderful game room over here at Casa de Cool. I'm gonna get the web captioner to fake everything that says cool as KEWL. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what's gonna happen. Okay, so I'm gonna fix my camera a little bit more because it just looks weird. I feel tilted. There we go. Something that you should have done probably before you went live, but hey, that's okay. Anyways, today we're talking about retro because, well, hey, I mean, look at the background behind me. What else am I going to talk about, right? Well, I know it says Minecraft in the chat. That's probably not going to happen. I'm not in the Minecraft mood at the moment. I do want to do some fun stuff, though. So we'll play something. But I do want to talk about some of the things that I saw lately. Especially the news about... Is there a way to Chromecast from the Mixer app? Chromecast from the Mixer app. I don't know. That's a good question. I have never actually tried to do a Chromecast from the Mixer app. That's a good question, Kat. Anyways, I'm sorry I lost my train of thought. Okay, so I noticed that on the April 2019 release of Windows, they are changing how sounds work in Windows. That means if you have a multiple sound card, you'll be able to choose what program broadcasts to which sound card. At least in theory. I looked at this and I thought this was amazing. So I'm going to try to pull this up right now. I'm looking now. It was in the news section. Of course, now I'm going to be able to find it, but it was a pretty cool looking feature that yeah, I'm not going to find it now. Dang, it was on my phone, so I know it was good. Anyways, so that's going to happen in April. That's going to make things a lot easier for somebody like me who has a mixer with multiple different inputs. It's just something that's always bugged me because I've always been one of those that likes to play around with the different settings on my audio, so I can go and maybe broadcast music in the one sound card, or then take my Twitch alerts to another sound card. Anyways, so with that in mind, a few things here. First off, you see a cup there. That cup now is for bits, so if you're wanting to bit me, please do. Another thing, if you're watching on Twitch, there's a big giant red button. Please click on that to help donate the 1 month of cool. That is our fundraiser for the month of 1UPS. The month of 1UPS is something that we're trying to do to help adults with their cancer bills during the holidays. They have to choose between chemo and Christmas. They don't have to choose. You're a drunk computer. Anyways, so we do want to help as many people as possible, and you can make a difference in this community, and as well as for those that need help. So please do that. Let's go and take a look at some other cool stuff that we're doing here. What else was I talking about? Thank you to the latest followers who are coming across the screen. I don't see Kat's name on here, which is kind of weird. It should be on there. Anyways. I need to fix my pop-ups and such, because again, they don't look like... Oh, man. When I talk... Oh, there it is. There's Kat. Yay. It jiggles. It jiggles so much. But anyways, what else? Yeah, so a lot of cool stuff going on. And hello, Zero Spazinator. How are you doing? Zero Spaz Inator. Close enough. Aw, I'm sorry you gave up on the binder, Cat. Hopefully you can worry about it tomorrow, or I can fix it tomorrow when I'm in the office. Speaking of offices, if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you want to go and visit the 1UP on Cancer studio, definitely do so. I'm usually there from 4 to 8, and somebody's there from 12 to 4. Good enough, Kat. She says, I put tape over it and wrote on tape with a Sharpie and called it a day. That's fine. That's half of our studio, or our office is, well, both actually, is tape with Sharpie, because we're too cheap for a label maker. Ooh, you're actually getting soccer tonight. Who are you socking? Taking my shoes off. Who streams with shoes? It's not even what I said. I didn't even say that at all. Yes, correct, Kat. Let's just, do what we can, and later on we'll do it better. Anyways, so I do want to stress that there's a lot of cool things happening. I really do think that we're going to have some great times here. Even though I'm unprepared, there's still cool things nonetheless. Wow, why are my captions so wrong? It's not even close to what I said. Anyways, whatever. Is it me or is it the music? I don't know. Anyways. I remember what I wanted to do now. So let's do this together. You know what? Let's just do this together. I'm gonna go into here. You can actually see what I'm working on right now. Here's the big giant screen of text that I call Web Captioner. Now I can't change that one, so I can open up a new tab here and go to Restream. I do use Restream.io for all my streaming. Streaming. I just got a bit. What was that about? Somebody just gave me a pity bit. Thank you for that pity bit. Which is one random bit. I have no idea what happens. No alerts, nothing about that bit either. Great. Oh wow, here we go. I'm in stereo or in a forever loop. There we go. Yes, I am live, Skyclops. How are you doing? As I mentioned, tiny stream. I don't do a lot here. Now, I did mention that I'm not streaming Minecraft tonight yet. Everything is saying Minecraft. We're going to fix this. We're just going to put this as retro. Because, well, I got some really old game systems that we're going to have tonight to talk about. So I'm just going to go and update all of those there. Now we're actually successful. Move my camera up a little bit. There you go. You can actually see my hair sticking up. Goodness gracious. This mop, I swear. I really need to get a haircut. Anyways, so let's go and talk about retro here because, well, I don't know if you saw this picture doing the rounds. Let's go to my Twitter. My Twitter, I had a picture of me yesterday getting ready for this this broadcast here, and that is literally a picture of me when the power went out. You zoom that bad boy in. Power goes out yesterday for a brief second, and OBS captures this. Look at that face. Oh my goodness. I was holding my Atari joystick in my hand, and then power goes out. I'm glad I captured that picture for posterity. So yeah. Fun times, guys. So, what are we doing here? That is definitely a perfect capture moment, Cyclops. That's absolutely correct. Skyclops. Nope. Well, maybe. It did kind of get it in the end. As you noticed, I have shaved for Movember, or No Shave November. I shaved November 1st. You can see how thick it is already. And it's not too bad. I mean, by the middle of the month, I'll be back to full facial hair. Which is fine with me, because honestly, this is cold. Not gonna lie. Anyways, so let's do this. Let's go and start talking about some of the cool stuff that we have going on. Yes, this is our way of broadcasting to the deaf and hard of hearing communities. We have subtitles. Now, it's not perfect, but it's something. I am hard of hearing. My wife is deaf, so it's just one of those things that I want to make sure that we have. So if she's ever watching, she can kind of see what's going on. So I want to show a few things here, and we'll start with this bad boy here. Ow. Thank you so much, Skyclops. So this is my Atari 2600. Zero. That's a very good question. It's never perfect, but it's close. So this is my Atari 2600. I love this thing, and if I can find the hole, there we go. Cartridges go in just like that, because, well, why not, right? So This thing has brought me through the good times and the bad, and it's also modded. You can see that it has an S-Video mod right here, as well as these jacks here. Now, you've never seen a Atari 2600 before. This was my first console. Not this one specifically, but this was my first console. This was actually before the NES. So I love this console so much because games are so simplistic on it. It's easy to play. And to me, you know, this machine still can give you great quick games, if you want to put it that way. When I say a quick game, I'm talking more like cell phone style games, you know, like Flappy Bird. There actually is a Flappy Bird clone on the Atari 2600. I know it's kind of an odd reach, but I have the table on that side, and I got the mic over here, so I got to reach around. That sounds wrong. I'm giving myself a reach around. So, earlier this year, the wonderful people at Hyperkin made the Retron 77. And this is the their imitation. Actually, it's not really an imitation. This is an FPGA, Atari 2600s, which allows you to play the games and also emulate them, because it does have to take the ROM, put it in, and do its thing. Now, it does work the same way. You put the game in like this, and then you play it. Pretty simple. And in fact, here, we'll go into the top cam here, so you actually can see it. You also see a couple other systems that I'm not ready to show you yet. Now, I do love emulation. I also love hardware accurate systems. So let's do this. We're going to put this right here. Actually, let's move to, here we go. Right there. There we go. Now, this is, again, a pretty simple system. If we take a look at the options here, we have a save and load, which is definitely not in... I'm so sorry about the captions. Save and load is emulation stage, you know, like Stella. Actually, I don't think this is FPGA. I think this is just a Linux. It's pretty close. It uses Stella, though. There's a reset and there's a mode switch. Those two are the important ones. I put a little circle on a dot here just so I know off quickly which one's the reset. Power buttons, obviously, and then you have skill, which you can do skill levels. Now, I will tell you that this emulator, if you want to call it that, is modded. Because the stock software in here sucks. Not in a good way either. So, I really don't want to plug in my Atari 2600s just because I'm concerned about how old that technology is. So we're going to kind of keep it off at the moment, but we'll use the emulator. Now, who is this made by? Hyperkin. Hyperkin actually makes this. I will tell you that their joystick that comes with it is not that great. In fact, we're waiting for the replacement joystick on that. Not very much of a fan of their current iteration of the joystick, but the system itself, once you use the community build, it's a lot better. So I'm actually going to go and get AverMedia software pulled up so we actually can... Yeah, I should have loaded that before I started streaming. The AverMedia software is okay. Definitely not the best in the world, but it does the job. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what the joystick falls out. Yeah, and by the way, that's a 9-pin, and as you can see, it accepts it. You also can in Ataris. I'll catch you later, Cat. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Turning it on is pretty easy. And notice that the light here also turns on blue, so you can actually see it. It's pretty cool. Now, when you turn it on, cool thing about this, when we go into game mode. Wait, that's not game mode. That's a future emote, possibly. Let's go into game mode here. You can actually see it plays the game that I put in there, which is called Demon Attack. This game's pretty sweet, though. So we're going to play this quickly. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to push pause on the music because... one of my favorite games for the Atari. Doop, doop, doop. And every time you go without a death, you get an extra life. And you notice every time we play, it gets a little bit harder. Oh yeah, this is why I love the Atari. There's some really good games on this system. Oh, come on. Okay, we're gonna turn this down a little bit. Oh, no! I died. There we go. That's a little bit better. So, yeah, small, simple games that are addictive is definitely the motto for Atari. Now, Atari, when it first came out, had some really crappy games to today's standards. But, you know, honestly, it works. I'm gonna move my mic a little bit closer. Yeah, go on. Go BRB, man. So, yeah, this is, to me, a very addictive game. I can play this game for hours. As you can see, I'm actually playing on a joystick, which is, to me, amazing. Now, what you can do as well to kind of cheat the system a little bit is you do the top ones here. Because only the top one poops. I mean, only bottom one poops. The top ones do not. And yes, I consider those poops. Now, in this stage, he's still just the top one. He might go a little lower and start pooping. I think that's in the future renditions of this game. Not renditions, I mean future levels of this game. There we go. Yay! Might be this level is when they'll go lower. I'll just sit here for a moment. Man, this is getting smart here. Now, I also have a huge TV in the game room as well to aid me in some of this stuff. However, to be completely honest, not necessary. When my capture card is near perfect frame rate for Atari games, that's perfectly fine. But when we get into something like a Mario Brothers, or when we start talking about NES games, it definitely is required. Especially when it starts lagging a bit. Ah, damn it! Fine. Oh, this is aggravating. This is definitely aggravating. Is he gonna lower? I think he's starting to lower. He's it's not lowering too much. Dead. Damn it. Yeah, this is definitely one of those games that I actually have played and finished and looped it. I actually do have fun playing these old nostalgic games. Again, you know, the whole idea of the Atari, in my opinion, is you're not going to spend hours and hours playing this game. What you're going to do is you're going to play the game until you get bored of it, and then swap it out for something else. See if you can actually repeat and... But I mean, again, you know, this is a system that came out before the NES or the Famicom. And was really just a way for... Yeah, that was going to happen. That was going to happen too. A way for people to play, you know, classic games, some great classic games like Pong and Asteroids Defender. You notice how they lowered now? No. Yeah. When I was a kid, this is one of my favorite games to play. I had this game like when I was like 8. That's it. That was not bad though. You have to admit that was pretty good. Hurts the hands, man. Hurts the hands. Now, on this modded version of this community build on the Retron 77, there's some cool stuff as well. So I want to go back to the top cam here, and I'll show you. There's 3 buttons. One says Fry, one says 4x3, and one says color black and white. So let's take a look at each one of these in the game mode here. Black and white really does nothing. Absolutely. Because right now, this game only does color. 4x3 literally does that. It just makes it so it's, you know, different resolutions depending on your screen. And then the final one is, it says fry, but it doesn't actually fry. Now, fry means cartridge tilting. No, that actually, Pamela, that was actually Demon Attack. Space Invaders, on the other hand, is another game that I definitely own. So... I can go there next. Now, I did decide to, since this was modded, I did decide to actually go and put in a different front end on here, and this is the Stella front end. So I actually do have Space Invaders, another good classic game. A lot of games on here, as you can tell. And this is actually pretty nice here. Let's see, Space Invaders. This is Space Invaders. Now, for us to run it, I have to push the button here. Now, I think I even have Space Invaders right beside me, and I could have just put the cartridge in. The only reason why I didn't was because it's literally right here. Just decided that I rather would have just gone and gone through the menu, which I've gotten to the point to where it's just a lot easier to do that. Now, I am an owner of a Flashback line, like Flashback Gold 8. Honestly, this beats the crap out of that. Hyperkin did a really good job on putting some effort into this system. Oh man, I gotta get him. I gotta get him. Okay. Yeah, I know. I know. Oh. And the fart sound. I'm not gonna get him. Nope. Couldn't get him. I tried. I swear I tried. Yeah, so again, we're talking really quick, addictive games. that are fun and easy to play. So let's go back into the menu here, and notice that it takes you right back into where you were, which is really nice. Oh, let's see. I'm trying to think here what game I want to do. I'm going to actually go back here. We're going to go to one of my favorites, Journey Escape. Now, this was a game that I got where it's my first actual game that I owned. Pamela, that's a good question. Where did I get this? Well, this actually came from Hyperkin. Now, it does not come out of this way. This is actually a community build that is a really easy Flash to do. But it is much better than the flashback system. I'm sorry, but the flashback system really sucks. Being an owner who plays a lot of classic games, this is a much better system, modded. See, it's Journey, and they're escaping. Bonus points to anybody who knows what song that is. I wonder it's off the Escape album. Okay. I do have it on cartridge as well. It's on my shelf. Okay. Now, here is a prime reason of that black and white button on here. Because if you look at this right now, those lines piss me off. That's what black and white menu does. It actually turns off those stupid lines. So I have it in black and white mode now, even though technically it's still in color. I just have to remember to turn it off again. So the game starts really easy. All I have to do is just push the button and start playing. So the idea is real simple, is you're trying to get to the spaceship. These are all like baddies they're trying to stay away from, except him. Now the level's now done. Because he is a promoter, and he gave me pretty much eternal, like the star in Mario Brothers, except it goes on for the whole level. So nothing can stop me to get to the spaceship. Those are good guys, the blue with the antenna. I think they call them roadies. And I'm back at the spaceship. So hopefully maybe I can get lucky again. Nope. Nope. And they also steal money from you as well. So now I have limited invincibility. Now I'm back again. Now notice if I go to the top of the screen, everything goes faster. And I'm holding the joystick down because got another agent, so I just wait for the spaceship again. And the faster you get to the spaceship, the more time you actually get on the counter. So Pamela, you stated that, you know, you're old. I'm 40. There we go. You are correct. That is the correct song. Don't Stop Believin'. There we go. Oh, no. Thank you. Jeez Louise. I knew it too. I know when these things end, because again, I know the beat, but the problem is, you get in these spots where you just kind of, damn it, where you can't get out of them. There we go. I keep pushing it way too hard on that controller. So if anybody is asking, where's Pamela at? She's actually on YouTube. So I do broadcast on YouTube, Mixer, as well as Twitch. So if you're curious, all that information is on the bottom left of my screen. It'll flash the different ways that you can watch me play games and talk. And you notice the initials on the top right. Those are each band numbers. SP being Stephen Perry. Oh man, I used to know these so well. Which Stephen Perry's not even with Journey anymore. That's Arnel Pineda is now the frontman for Journey. There's your SP for Stephen Perry. So each band member gets their own level, and of course, the further you go, the higher your score is, and you're trying to get the highest score when you actually do start the band. You get to the event, which is the end screen. Excuse me. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, just keep taking money from me. Stop it. I might not make it. Yeah, notice they're taking like $1,000 at a time. So I mean, at one point I had 80,000. Now I have 60,000. Oh, 57. Oh. Come on, where's the ship? Where's the ship? Where's the ship? Yeah, these crafty bastards. There we go. I end the level with, you know, again, this is pretty much the game just loops now. That's how this game plays. And 60,000, man, I have done way better than that. Now we'll do the screen until, oh, no, 110,000 is now my score. So it starts me back off there. I'm not playing that again. As much fun as I can play that, I'm not going to do that again. Meh. So I want to do something that people, like, you know, have talked trash about for years and years. Give me 1 second. My wife messaged me, and I gotta go find that. So, there she is. Okay, good. Okay, so let's go and play a game that is surprising to some. They think it's like the worst thing in the world. Here's my look when I say no, it's not. And they claim it started the fall of the video game crash. Pamela already knows what I'm talking about. Let's get some E.T. in this. I honestly, E.T. is not a bad... Oop, Jungle Hunt. Actually, hold on. Hold on. We just pulled up Jungle Hunt. We'll do that in a minute. Jungle Hunt's actually one of my favorite games. So, Mr. Taco, hey, how are you doing, man? Yes, we'll actually go and play some E.T. in a second. Let me just finish up Jungle Hunt here. I remember this game when I was a kid, man. I used to rock this game on the Commodore 64. And when I got my Atari copy back in the day, this was the bee's knees. You don't see it, but I actually do have a knife in my hand because, well, it's the Atari, and I actually can knife the crocodiles or alligators, what do you want to call them. The goal is just to avoid them. Superman's pretty good too. Yeah, Jungle Hunt's one of my favorites. You're 47? That's not bad, Pamela. Young at heart, man. Yeah, how many adults can say they have a game room that makes people envious? You know, I'm pretty proud. proud of my collection and all the wonderful stuff that I have to play. And this is what I love doing, is I love sharing my collection and talking about classic games. So, I don't know if you noticed the bar above. It talks about month of 1-ups at the top there. It is a fundraiser we're doing right now, and the fundraiser is to... Oh, literally. Jeez. It's a way for us to raise money for adults with cancer treatment bills. So if you're interested in helping, if you're on Twitch, there's a big red button. If you're on Mixer, it's been saying that in chat. So click on there, learn more information about it. We would love to have your assistance and help. Trying to raise money for One Up on Cancer. And it's pretty easy to do fundraiser. Ooh. There we go. To help them out. There we go. I haven't done this in years. Oh! Crud. I bet you I haven't played this game in 10 years. God damn it. Oh, well, at least I made it to him. Okay. Okay, it's number 1. Okay, here's number 2. Oh, that's it. I'm dead. Oh, no! I got 1 life to live. Can he do it? He does it! Local boy makes good. Yes. Skin in my teeth, man. Not bad, though. Okay. Again, talking about Atari. That's too much Atari. Okay, so let's go and talk about one of the more horrible games people claim. It's E.T. E.T. is not bad when you actually go and you think about it logically. All you're trying to do is build your phone to go home. And if you rented the game, you probably didn't get the instruction manual. But if you own the game, like I did when I was a kid, I have, I think, 2 copies on my shelf. It's not too hard to play, honestly. All you have to do... E.T. phone home. Oops. Nothing there, but that's fine. I'm safe up in here in the house. And he took all my pieces. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Nope, nope, you cannot have it. Oh, he took it. You jerk. Okay, so... Yay, I made the flower. Hold on, how do I... There we go. Had to think how to actually go back down. No, no, no. Don't fall. He took me, no! Drat. He's gonna put me back in prison. Damn it. And I'm back in prison again. Ah, piece of the phone. Damn it. Yeah, stupid pits. So just trying to get away from that jackass. it. No! Angers. So much angers. At least they let me keep my Reese Pieces. Okay, I'm not finding any pieces at all. This is not good. E.T. Extra testicle. Here we go. Hold on. Thank you for taking all of my pieces. It's the EU alien. Hold on. Here it is. I saw there is a key missing. Do you know where it's at? I'm gonna die. This is what's gonna happen. No! Get the frick away from me! He took a piece of the phone! Nothing in here. And he took my other phone piece. You rat bastard! And yeah. Yeah, thank you. Just take everything from me. This game is difficult. What else do you want? What else do you want? Do you want my soul? Is that it? Yeah, you're just going to keep wandering over here while in prison and take stuff from me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Anyways, I hope everybody's having a good night so far. He's going to keep doing it. Well, look for the key. I'm sure it's somewhere. And he took my phone piece. No, he didn't. He just took me to jail. E.T. dead at age 15. And that was just lucky. Let's see if I can actually... Son of a bitch! Yeah, it's aggravating, to say the least. This game is aggravating. There we go. I finally have the whole phone now. Now I just gotta... Need your help, Elliot. But I have the telephone. Why would Elliot come into a pit to save me? That makes no sense. You bastard. Okay, now I have the telephone again. Can I finish playing this game? Can I just finish? Well, at least he's not like trying to take stuff from me. Son of a bitch. I don't know what Elliot's trying to do. You know what? We're pausing the game. This is called a Tory pause. Give me 1 second. Let's go back to wow, that's a scary ass picture. Let's go back to the browser for a second here. How the hell do you play this game? To play ET on Atari 2600. Okay. Let's see. Maybe there's a manual. Sasaya, have you looked for the Y key at all? Y key. The Y key. So silly. Okay, so this is in text. Okay. Find the phone pieces. Okay. Okay. So find pieces. Okay, so I have to go and... Okay, let's start at the beginning here. Help E.T. get home. N key is missing. Oh. Oh, the M key. I guess that is the M key. It's not the Y key. The Y key's there. It's the M key. M, not Y. Love you. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's zoom this in a little bit so we all can see it together here. There we go. Oh, let's see. Reese's Pieces. Yes, of course he does. Okay. National security? Okay, that's fine. Yes, okay. Somebody's keyboard was not working very well, and it's doubling letters. It's weird. Okay, help E.T. find 3 pieces of his phone, call the ship, and guide him to the landing pad. Okay. Can you get me something too, please? I don't know what you're getting, but please, food, maybe. And yeah, I hit my mic. I love you. Okay, so for these pitfalls, they're dotted deep wells. Okay. I don't have an M key. A game ends when E.T. runs out of energy or when you decide to quit playing. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Oh, I see. In a power zone, the symbol for the zone appears in the top center of the screen. Figure 4. Landing zone. Oh. Okay, now that makes sense. Oh. Okay, I thought the arrows were like directionals. They're not. Okay, let's go back to the beginning here. Okay. Powers executed in this zone will reveal the ET whether a part of the interplanetary telephone is hidden in the current screen. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Send humans back zone. ET can send the FBI agent Elliot and the scientists back to the respiratory building in the Washington, D.C. So if I see this, I can send them back. Eat candy zone. Eats one of the candy pieces he's carrying and converts it into energy. What's that look like? That's a little too large to see. Okay, it looks like a puck mouth. Okay. So the puck mouth is the circle so he can eat it and then convert it into energy. Okay. Okay, I see. Oh, so if I have 9 pieces, Okay, then he will chase away the baddies. Okay. Okay, landing zone. Okay, so Reese's Pieces are only taken if there's no more foam pieces. Okay. By merging with him, huh? Yeah, that's weird. Let's see. Oh. That's fine. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, so I have this on like the high difficulty. Okay. Okay, I see what's going on here. Okay, so now we completely understand this game, right? All of us can play this game properly. Let's go back to the game screen, and then let's do a reset. Okay, so there actually is different modes here. So 3 is the easiest, 1 is the hardest. So we'll go 1, and we'll do this again. Goodness gracious. Okay. I had nothing to give. He can take it all he wants. Okay, so let's find these different things that we were talking about here. So let's find out first off where the... I've got nothing to take. Okay, that is if I eat a piece of candy, I can go and get more life. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that sends all the baddies back to their respective screen. See, he just walks away. Okay. So now notice that he's taking me now back to his place. I got nothing for him, so he's just gonna do that. Okay, 80 piece of candy there, everything's kosher. Elliot will scare people away if I have that. Let's see. Again, I have nothing for him. I'm looking to see what else. He's going to just keep doing this. What icons are on what screens. So at this point, the only one I saw was Elliot, and then jump to the next screen. Okay, this tells people to get the F away from me. Get away from me. Again, I have nothing. All we're trying to do is just figure out what's going on here. So, get away. Notice I'm in this area that the scientist sometimes comes. Like when I get into the area. Like, watch. He didn't do it that time. Anyways. Okay, so again, I have nothing. Also, it's over there. So there's a bit of strategery in here. See if I can. There you go. Ah, see, I saved myself there. Okay, he can't bugger off. Okay, Elliot's come by to do stupid stuff. And now they're just stuck on the screen. All of them are. Okay, so now I know where that one is. Shit. This is the hardest part. It's just going in. I have no idea where I'm at now. Just trying to get away from this guy. Oh, what jackass. Get the heck away from me. This is excruciating. Scamper off, mother. You too. Yeah. Bugger off. God, I hate this game. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. No more. No more. So somebody suggested Superman. Superman. I was going to say Superman 64. That's definitely not this game. So, I want to play a couple more games, then I'm going to... There are a lot of Star Wars games, by the way. You probably noticed that. Steeplechase is a good one, too. There's two different versions. There's this one, and then there's the... Ooh, Stellar Track. Strawberry Shortcake. Oh, noes! Super Breakout. Ooh. bridge explodes. I literally become Superman now. Thank you for the kissies. Why am I in the Daily Planet? There we go. I'm actually looking for... I'm looking to... trying to... the bridge back where it was supposed to go. So that's jail, by the way. So if you're interested. So I'm guessing to say that... I have to get rid of all the baddies first. Oh, there it is. There's one guy. What if I just throw him down in the cavern? There's one more baddie left. Okay, here you go, Lois Lane. You go in jail too. Nope, okay. Lois Lane does not want to go to jail. Oh man, come on, where are you, jail? Oh, there he is. Where'd he go? I wonder if there's a place to take him to jail. Nope. I don't know where to take this guy. We'll go here. That's fine. You stay there. Two, three. Oh, there's one more left. If I can find my way back. Oh. Why would I want to go there? That makes no sense. Oh, how did it get out? I don't know how they're doing this. So much noise. There you go. There we go. So what's left? I got the bridge again. Because I'm Jesus, I can walk on water. Thank you for the kissy. Here we go. I guess I have unfinished business to do. I guess I do. Oh, Lex is less. Okay, so how do I get to Lex? He's taking my girl. What do I do now? Oh, I have to get him and put him in jail too? Why are you cheating my girl? You dirty beast. Lex is the man. Bald-headed, sexy beast. No, no. I got him! I got him! I got him! What do I do now? I'm going to take you to jail. There we go. He went to jail. It's gonna be normal. And I'm gonna go to work because that's what we do. We go to work. That's not the place I need to be. I need to go to... No! That's my girl! Maybe I get a kiss from her first. Hi. Thank you. Oh, let's see. Where is the Daily Planets? Where are you, Daily Planet? You've got to be somewhere. Hi, how you doing? Did I just see you over there somewhere? L.I. L.I. I don't get it. Walk into the subway to find it. Oh, that's a subway. Oh, I get it. Oh, because I'm Superman, I can only cross at the bridge now. Oh, that's nice. So that is a subway. So then I go this way. Oh, okay, I see. Okay. Supermen go everywhere. There it is. There's the planet. See, Pamela, that's the reason why you're the queen and I'm not. Oh, such a silly game, but such a fun game. Okay, so let's go back to here. We're going to go back here for a moment. So we're going to actually go and disconnect the Atari, or the Retron 77. Again, really good unit. I did have fun with it. We'll disconnect it for right now, and then we'll talk about the next retro system that we're going to play, because we've been on that for a while. So I'm disconnecting it right now, putting it over here. Going to put my joystick over here. Ooh, joystick. And it gets raveled on the microphone, of course. Why don't we go and talk about the next system? The next system here is one that everybody knows and loves. It is not this one. We'll push this one. Hold on, we'll do it this way. This is my Nintendo. I love my Nintendo, and it has gotten a lot of love from me. It is really scratched up. It has definitely been used. Love it dearly. Oh, okay, Pamela, I understand now. Yeah, when I was a kid, I was playing more of this when I was like going to a friend's house than I was Atari. Atari was at my house. So to kind of explain, when we actually move my microphone, of course, when we start about, I can't talk today. Start talking about the Nintendo, I definitely have fond memories of this, going to a friend's house and playing some really good games with them. So mine, of course, is modded, and as you can see there's an HDMI in here. Why? Because why not? Plugs in right there. Now, I do have a game that we can look at before we actually play some real good games. So this is a good game too. Mario Brothers. This works just like any other Nintendo NES. You pop the game in there, and then you need a controller, of course. I got the most yellowest of yellow controllers right here. And your brother has that Nintendo. That's pretty awesome. This one I've had for about 15 years, maybe 20 years now. Okay, so I'm going to go and try to turn on, see what happens here. It's claiming me no signal. So what that happens sometimes when that happens is depends on the system. Still no signal. Well, Nintendo is a very old system. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this out and put it back in. I'm going to make sure that I have it working correctly. Now notice that the system is not plugged in all the way because it does have the new 72 pin on here. But yes, as you can see, it does work. Also, you'll notice some shimmer, which is also very interesting as well. You notice how it shimmers on the blocks in the bottom. Now, this mod is called the Kevtris. So if I push select and left on here, it'll actually send me to all the wonderful information about this. Yeah, as far as games go, Chip and Dale is one of my favorites. There is also, I like Super Mario 3. I mean, obviously, that's classic. There's more that I like to play as well besides that, but, you know, that's fine. So we can do video options here. We can actually do scan lines if we wanted to do, scan lines, because why not, I guess. I'm not a scan line fan. I can do 5x scan lines, which are even deeper, or you can turn them off. Again, not really much of a scan line person. The palette is pretty much just the basic colors of the palette. So, I mean, you can actually go in deeper in the colors, lighten the colors, and you can go and just do a little bit of a hybrid. Now, personally, I'm just picking the default palette. There's cropping, which means actually getting rid of some of the edges, because Nintendo likes to sometimes flicker, especially when you're playing like Mario 3. So let's let you crop some of that. As you can see, I'm cropping the bottom. I can do that. I'm going to crop it at 3. Right edge, 3 as well. Bottom edge, I'm going to do it 3. Just because. But I don't have to. I can actually keep it at 1 or 0. Doesn't really matter. I'll put it at 1. But yeah, you can easily see there's a lot of options here. Horizontal positioning. Like, say for instance, you want this to be more centered, you can actually go and center it like that. Especially when you do all your cropping, if you want it centered, you can now have that ability. Despeckle. So there is some kind of abilities that you can actually do here to do that. So stretch as well. Now this is the big one. 4x3 for 16x9. This actually goes and cleans up possible shimmer. So this is what they suggest, but you can actually go and clean up even more and try to get rid of some of that shimmer. But that's fine. I'm gonna right now put it to the 16x9 here. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna get out of there and we're gonna go to one player and we're gonna play a little Mario. Pretty simple again. You notice the shimmer is there. I almost screwed that one up. Now obviously you're not here to watch me play Mario, but that's fine. I'm actually here to just kind of show you. For HDMI input, the Kevtris mod, Kevtris, K-E-V-T-R-I-S, Kevtris. It's not going to do it. Anyways, the mod's a pretty good mod. It's not cheap. It's still a good mod if you want to play with your original toaster. That wasn't that great though. But again, to show you on the tabletop here, I'm actually playing on this Nintendo with this as a handheld. How cool is that? Oh, that's not it. There we go. That's what we want. But as you can see, there's some interpolation there. It's just not that pretty when it scrolls. And I just updated the firmware on this, so don't know why it's having some shimmer issues. I guess maybe I can look later on and see what's going on. I'm literally just having fun here. Oh, this one. Maybe it's this one. Nope, none of them. Oh, noes! Look what happened. I turned tiny. So I'll actually like to go number 3, because if you really do want to like do the unlimited method, this is the way to do it. Come on, baby. There you go. Make a Mario face now. Now, in the first eye of that Mario tribute there is a fire flower, and I don't want that. Me no want. So, I just want to stay big. Reason why it's going to help our case later on if we can do the damn it. This is going to help us later on when we actually go and do the unlimited life dealy, if we can do it. Damn it. Okay, well, fine. We'll die. That'll solve my wagon. That worked well too. Yeah, so okay, so going back to the top here, yes, this is a very, very faithful Nintendo. It's done me well over the years, and it still plays very well. However, that is not the system we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to actually yank this out and then unplug it and do all the wonderful stuff with it. So we're going to go and say bye-bye, Nintendo. And in fact, it's still plugged into the wall there. So we're going to go right now and disconnect this bad boy. And notice I'm also keeping the game cartridge in there too, because the next system is even cooler. If I can get it. Here we go. And then this system here is the Retro USB AVS. Notice it barely see, you barely read it. It says AVS right there. That is an FPGA Nintendo. So it tries to get as real on the emulation as possible. I gotta plug it in too. Good news is it just uses USB to plug in, just like that. Literally, I just plugged it in right there. So it also takes the regular controls, so I can go and just plug this right in. And it has some really cool features here. This is a great system, by the way, if you're looking for something that is a good system that does the 4-player. It also has the Famicom back tap on here, so you can actually plug in some extra peripherals, and of course, your HDMI. And the HDMI plugs in right there, just like the Nintendo mod. This is one of my favorite consoles. That is an aftermarket console. Now, I will tell you, it is not an emulation machine. It actually is pure FPGA, which is a hardware emulation rather than a software. So it is made by Retro USB. It is definitely worth the money. That's what I'm going to say first and foremost. It actually has some real Nintendo controllers on here. Controller buttons on here as well. So if you look at the power and the reset right there, if you look at those and you compare them to the power and reset on these, they're the exact same buttons. Some models of this system were recycled, some of the pieces, including the power and reset buttons, and I believe the front jacks. I might be wrong, but I believe that's what I heard. So let's go and turn this bad boy on. It's really simple. You just push power, and then we can go into the game. So the game is pretty simple on the Retro USB AVS. Once you actually boot it, it gives you some options. I just updated the firmware on here as well. So if you go to Scoreboard, which is not running right now, there's no host at the moment, 1.3 is the latest version. It has some cool video options. Interpolation is on, so that shimmering for Super Mario Brothers should not be there. Pixel aspect ratio, that's pretty much 4:3. It should be pretty similar to what you saw previously. Same concepts, except it's just not as pretty on a menu than the Kevtris one. That's fine. Extra sprites is on, which means I can have, like, if you ever play Turtles Arcade, you can have extra sprites so there's no flicker. That's another cool thing as well. Okay, so let's go and actually into a game here. Oh, by the way, input options literally is just telling you how to actually do all the setups here. Cheats, toggles, all that fun stuff. And it actually even allows you to do some of the cool stuff here. So you can actually see button pushes and everything. So that's nice. Now, I will tell you in here as well, I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to show you this quickly. If we go back in the table menu here, you'll notice there's a carton here. In fact, why don't I just take out the cart so I can show you. This is called an EverDrive. So if you're not familiar with what do you want to call this? This is a way to hold multiple games on one cartridge. It uses an SD card and allows us to put all those games on here, so I don't have to switch them back and forth when I'm explaining these things to you. Also, one other cool thing I can show you this. It allows for Famicom. So if you remember correctly, Famicom had a different connector on here. So if you wanted to play your classic Famicom games, you can plug them in there as well. So also, one last cool thing here is, notice it has a bevel there, so when I'm trying to pull it out, I can actually pull it out properly. So that's pretty awesome as well. So literally, you can pull it out like normal. So let's go back into the game, which I did power off to actually take the cartridge out. So let me go back to the game setup here, and we're going to go Start Cart. So it's actually going to go into the EverDrive. And the EverDrive is a really basic system. It's kind of like the... well, I haven't shown it to you. I was going to say it's just like the Harmony cart, but you've never seen that either. So speaking of multi-carts and flash carts is pretty much the regular term for this. There have been many out there. And in fact, even the Atari 2600 got one as well. And this is one of them by Fred Quimby. It's called the Harmony Cart. And it allows you to put in, surprise, surprise, an SD card in here, which you can flash and put in here and do all that fun stuff. And you can put the latest BIOS on here and play the games. I also have a really cool, neat manual in here as well. The Harmony cart was for the Atari 2600, but again, when you have the Retron 77, the Retron 77, there's no need to have like the Harmony cart, because again, you just choose the games you want to play. So now, when we go and we take a look at this, it's really just a basic menu system. Hold on one second. So I'm getting Chipotle. Nom 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 nom. My wife just asked me what I want from Chipotle. So let's go to games here. And I accidentally did that, but that's exactly the game I wanted to show you. So remember when we were playing Mario Brothers previously, we had shimmer on the bottom. Notice how clean this one is. This one actually is scrolling the way that it should. There's no shimmer at the bottom. So we're going to go and play this just like we were before. We'll do one more game of Mario. It should sound just like it should. It should play just like it should. Now, mind you, I'm not playing on a TV. I'm playing directly through the capture card, so I'm sure there's a delay. A really tiny delay, but there is one. So if my game playing is pretty bad, I apologize. There we go. I'm going to turn that down a little bit too. There we go. So, yeah, again, the Retro USB AVS is a great substitute for today's kind of TVs because it does HDMI out. I really do enjoy it. If I'm going to play an NES game, this is what I play. It's very faithful on the emulation because it's hardware, not software. And I will also say the people over at Retro USB are good on updates as well. There hasn't been needing that many. Like on my high def NES, I was helping beta test that as well. And there needed to be more revisions than this had. But again, we're talking about purely graphical than we are talking about... Oh, you Blaster Master. Come on, there you go. I am definitely not a speedrunner when it comes to Mario. I don't think I have the patience to be that, but I can play some Mario. So let's go back to level 3, because again, that's where I like to go. Ever since I was a kid, just level 3. Now we got Mr. Jumpy here. I definitely can feel the delay. Again, not a big delay, just enough of a delay that you can actually feel it. Is it this one or is it that one? It's this one. So, I want to mention this because we haven't mentioned it in an hour. If you're interested in helping Month of One-Ups, please do help us out. We would appreciate it very much. Come on. I'm not going to be able to do it. That's fine. It is the month of... One Cool Month is what we're calling it. And it is really simple to help out. All you have to do is go and donate. It's right in the chat there. If you're on YouTube and you're watching and you don't know how to donate because it's not explaining that in YouTube, it's okay, because I didn't program it for YouTube. I'm so sorry. I'll have to figure that one out and get back to you. Okay, so hopefully I can... There we go, I can. See if I can get the unlimited life situation going on. Especially on this lag. Gotta be patient. Gotta collect them all. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna stretch my thumb out. Here we go. Ah! Dang it! I lost. That's fine. Reset. Oh no! We're back at the game menu. Okay, so when we start talking about Nintendo, there are so many great games on this system. So I separated them to make it easier for me to pick the games that I want to pick. Like Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. That's one of my favorites as well. So there, I got the version 1, version 2. So I'm going to go version... Oh. Come on. Okay, there we go. Select and start. Keep forgetting B is go, A is not. There we go. I'm going to be Dale because Dale rocks. Yeah, I don't care. Wow, that got me immediately. I haven't played this in a long time. I know I should probably be doing this. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you can actually push upwards. Jerk. Come on, Zipper. I forgot about that too. Ooh, that acorn too. How in the hell are you supposed to get those? Never understood that. I forgot about that. Oh, damn it. Yep. I died. Oh, back to the beginning. That's one of those. Trying to regain all my controls, trying to remember how to do all this stuff. No flipping way. Don't know how to get that. Oh, I wasn't even close to it. Jerk. Again, very unforgiving with the controls. Yep. Yeah, I'm done. That was about as much as I could stand of that. That made me angry. So angry. Okay, so... Ooh, the Cheetahman 2. Wow. Because I really want to play that. So... Let's go back to... Something I want to play. I really didn't think about this Nintendo thing too much. Huh. You can hear me actually doing that with my beard. It's weird. Hold on 1 second. Yay, Chippy's in the microwave. Okay. So anyways, so yeah, DGDS Charity wants to chat. Actually, Laura from DGS Charity wants to chat. So maybe we actually can do that while we're playing some games. We'll see what happens. Okay, and yes, this video will be left up. It goes in my history. So if you want to check it out later on, Pamela, you definitely can. I appreciate you stopping by and subscribing. It means a lot to us. And yeah, I'm all for that. So yeah, we'll see what we can do for this chat that people are talking about. Hold on. So yeah, I would love to be able to help out if possible, if you are listening, Laura. So let me know. Oh, thank you so much, Pamela. I appreciate it. No problem. You have a great night, Pamela. I'm going to hop into the voice chat for One Up on Cancer. So you can actually join by going to discord.gg/oneup and you'll be able to come and talk. Nooblet Pixel, how are you doing? Why don't you come into the chat and we'll talk while I'm playing some games. Just trying to think of which games. It's a good question. Let me go and take a look here. What's an A? Ooh, sorry. Okay, not in the mood for any of those. What's an A? Ooh, a lot of good stuff here. Yeah. Hold on a second. Looking for something interesting. No, I don't want to do that. Let's go to B.
Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. We've got Captain Wolf here too, who is sort of the lead of DGDS charity.
It is nice to meet you guys. And you are live on Chris Cool as well. So make sure you get all those swears in because we love the swears. Oh, thank you for those biddies. I appreciate it. What was that bit for? Was that a follow?
I followed.
Yes, I love a follow. So yeah, we're playing. Oh, another follow. Wow, look at me. I'm a popular person today. Yeah. So we're playing some NES on the Retro AVS NES. And so, what games did you guys like on the NES?
Oh man, well I am. I generally speedrun Blaster Master, one of my favorite games.
Wow. Yeah, I'm in the B's right now. So let me go back to Blaster Master. Where'd you go? I have not played this in forever, so I'm going to be horrible at this while we chat.
Oh, God. One of my favorites.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Oh, yes. This is the guy who goes in and out of the car, right?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. That, good old Jason Frednick and chasing after his pet Fred.
Didn't mean to bother you while you were streaming.
Oh, no, you're perfectly fine. No problem. I actually enjoy talking while I'm playing games, so this actually works really well for me. So, okay, so I have to remember all my... Okay, yeah, that's shooting. This is jumping. Okay, this is pretty easy. No, get away from me. Get away from me. No. Okay, so let's talk about raising money for One Up on Cancer. For those who are uninitiated, One Up on Cancer is a 501c3 nonprofit that raises money for adults with cancer treatment bills. Now, there are many cancer charities out there that do some great things in this community, but they're mostly just children and research. So we're very unique in that. In fact, as you probably can see in your chat right now, we're doing a fundraiser ourselves on this channel called the Month of One Ups. I'm sorry, no, it's One Cool Month. I'm sorry, wrong channel. So
Wait. Are we supposed to be doing the cool month or the month of One Ups?
No. Me personally. Okay,
Oh, okay.
So my channel.
We just tried to fix that today too.
No, our channel is one for Chris Cool. We got One Cool Month, but yeah, it's part of the Month of One Ups. So the idea. Oh, you jerk! I have not played this in years. I am horrible at this. Anyways, so yes, and so everybody's doing their own. Oh, I'm dead. Yep, bam. So I am, even though I'm one of the co-founders of the nonprofit, I mean, I do my own fundraisers and stuff for my own channel just because it's fun, as well as it's also a challenge for myself because I don't have a big following. So if I can raise $100 in the month, I feel it's a success. That makes sense?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah. So now, I mean, the nonprofit, obviously, I want it to succeed as much as possible, but, we all kind of have to have a hand in this. So yes, you guys are, I think, already started your fundraiser, didn't you? Dang it.
We actually had to retire the one because it was in the wrong category.
Oh.
But we did go towards One Up on Cancer, just not the month of One Ups. We're gonna do the
$120 went to you already.
Okay.
For it.
So.
But our big event will be going to the month of One Ups.
Sweet.
So.
Let's talk about that event for a moment. So, what's the new event's name?
Oh my.
It's called the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Ma Retro.
Oh wow.
It was a name that we liked or we hated so much we had to go with it.
Yeah, it's just so dumb.
Obviously, inspired by Indigenous People Day.
Oh,
Yeah, of course. You know, it's funny. I say that I'm Italian. Shouldn't I have some pride for Columbus? Like, no, none at all.
Oh no, for
That's okay.
Thanksgiving.
I'm
Oh
Native
no, Thanksgiving.
American,
Oh no,
so
no,
it's
you're
even
right.
worse.
You're right. You're right. I'm thinking, yeah, it's Thanksgiving settlers, and that's right. I'm stupid. Why am I thinking that?
Yeah.
I'm thinking Columbus is 1419.
That was in October, only a month ago. You're
Yeah,
not
it was,
too far
okay. That's
off.
not too far off. No, you're fine. But no, I think that's pretty awesome. And so fundraising, is it during Thanksgiving or before Thanksgiving? When are you guys trying to do this?
It is the week before Thanksgiving,
Nice.
the 16th to the 18th.
Okay.
We start at 4. Is that right, Niblet?
You were talking about maybe starting at 2, but yes, 4 is the starting time for now, Eastern Standard Time.
Okay. So that'd be 3 p.m. Central. Okay, that's pretty fair. And then you said how many hours is this?
Oh, it's over 48, I think.
48-ish.
Oof. Good
It's
luck
like
on you
48,
guys.
52.
I think we should probably
something
be
like that.
approaching 52 by the
Mhm.
end of the event because we usually close out around midnight on Sunday.
Goodness gracious. I mean, for our nonprofit, we do a 30-hour event for our smaller events and 72 for the large ones. So, you know, like Winter Wishes, which we have in December, is a 30-hour, which is 10 streamers, 3 hours a day. I mean, 3 hours, I'm sorry, 10 streamers, 3 hours each for 30 hours. And so, to me, the one who usually has the board up, that's usually a pretty long day. You know, hopefully I share my duties with somebody. And I said duties. It's still pretty long, but when you're talking about 50 hours, that's amazing. So how many people are on your team?
Oh, we have.
We dedicate to
one,
at least
two-
24 different streamers.
Really?
And then the entire community also helps. Like me, I'm going to be part of it this month, but I'm not streaming. I'm just running it in the background. So,
Well, that's cool. So you're kind of like, you know, moderating this and making sure that everything goes smoothly.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
I believe we have 13 staff outside of that who take it in shifts, sort of, you know, as to when they're going to man the helm, you know?
Mm-hmm.
we try to have at least 2 moderators on at any given time in the middle of the night or in the day or whenever.
And that way, you know, we're kind of always prepared for when something happens because it does happen fairly often.
Oh, no, trust
Nice
me. I
hat.
understand that. Thank you. I had to swap hats. My hair is all messy for some reason, so I put on... I don't know if you guys see this. This is National Video Museum. They're actually doing something with us this month as well for the month of 1-Ups.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm hoping they have a whole bunch of mushrooms by the end of the month plastered all over their museum. So we're hoping for that.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. This is the second year they've done that with us, so it's pretty amazing. And I felt my hair was kind of messy, so I was like, I'll put a hat on. So this was the one that was next to me. So you guys have done this before. How many times before have you guys done this?
Oh, we've been going since January
Nice.
of this year.
So this should be the 10th event because you took a break.
Holy geez, 10 events since
10.
January?
And not even because there was a point where we were doing 2 and then 3
A month.
a month.
Holy
we I believe, was it starting in May? We started doing 2 weekends a month.
I think it was June.
June, thank you.
So
And then through to August, we did 2 every single month. So 48 streamers across 2 weekends.
For those ones.
So my question to you is don't you feel sometimes you've oversaturated your community by doing so many events?
Oh yeah, and that's
That's
we
part of the
basically
reason we
took
pulled back to 1 a month.
Yeah, we
Gotcha.
took the month of September off and kind of retooled everything and moved back to that 1 a month, and it really it took a lot of stress off of us,
Right.
And it made it a lot more special for the community itself.
Yeah, I definitely, you know, we've been doing this since 2015, and our first actual event was in really early 2016, I think February. And we were all gung-ho, piss and vinegar, going to, you know, do an event monthly, and that did not work well for us. And so we as a nonprofit, we've scaled down to 4 events a year, quarterly, just because we felt that we were oversaturating our own market. Now obviously we do recommend people doing their own events, and this is the reason why we have the month of one-ups, is so people can, have that ability to be a part of the community at the same time, do something amazing for the holiday season. And we encourage everybody to do events no matter what time of year. Just do an event, raise some money, and that's the reason why we're on Tiltify, and that's the reason why we do like TwitchCon. But us ourselves, our first year we had like 8 events, in 2016. And our first event was amazing. We raised like $2,200. And then our second event a month later raised $500. And I'm like, what happened? And I'm like, well, you pretty much spent your base. These are the people that followed you. They're all excited the first time. Now they've heard this before. It's kind of a repeat, right? So, one of our first big events was with a group called Galleon Gamers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know of Galleon Gamers.
Oh,
Yeah. So we were their first event in 2016, and that was ran by Alley Cat, and now it's ran by Captain. I can't remember anymore. But Alley now works at Twitch. So.
Yep.
So when we did an event with them, it was very successful, and then they had the same kind of strategy you guys did, and did want to have everybody each doing something once a month, and then they figured out pretty quickly they drained their base as well. And so it almost seems like you have to have a group of volunteers who are different each time you do an event, who can bring their base in to raise that money, kind of in a slot style, if you will, or you spread them out apart more often.
That is something that we do with having 24 different streamers every month, and every month it's a different group. So
right.
Yeah.
we take new applications every month from people who are up and coming, or well-established people who are just new to DGDS.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate. We have had a very large community, a large number of people that have kind of poured themselves into this. And yeah, our entire mantra is to unite the entire retro community at this point.
Right.
To try and bring as many people as we possibly can together for a good cause.
And I commend that, because again, being a person who does a lot of retro stuff, as you can see behind me. Yeah.
That looks like all of our
looking at that
setups,
Mario
pretty
paint
much.
behind you.
Yeah, that was I actually made money with that Mario paint. I did freelance stuff for a movie rental store that wanted something unique, so they put on one of their screens. I would recreate movie posters in Mario paint.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's something that I was an entrepreneurial kid. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff on there. So it's just a horrible picture I took yesterday, and I'm like, you know what, good enough. I'll just slap it on there. But yeah, this is my game room. Since I have no kids, I'm gonna have a game room, right?
Hey, that's where me and my hubby are right now.
It's funny. This was when we got this house, and I used to have my own office back in Ohio when we lived there, and I had my own office in the basement that was like twice the size of this. This is like a 10 by 12 room, and it was decked out in three separate areas. So I had one area which was devoted to tinkering, which had all of my fun stuff in. Like say for instance, if I'm rebuilding a little mini arcade cabinet or something, or playing with Raspberry Pi stuff, it was in there. Then I had my audio mixing booth, and then one area was literally for voiceovers. Like there was an actual voice booth. And I had this area where I actually did stuff on the side to make money to paid for this area, and the walls and the floor were all carpeted, so there was no bounce in voice or nothing. It was beautiful, and it was something that I loved very, very much. However, when we had to move to Texas for my work, all of it had to go bye-bye. I was really sad. So I said to my wife, is like, next time we go and...
Hi, Bono.
Hi, Bono. How are you doing? And when I went and I said to my wife, like, okay, if we're going to get a house, one of these rooms has to be my game room, because I just have way too much game equipment and game stuff. And so she acquiesced. And so one of the 3 bedrooms in the house we bought is my domain, if you will. And yeah, it's I have one wall that's a magnet wall. So if you look at the left of the picture, that's a completely black wall that has a bunch of magnets on it. In fact, you know what I could probably do? I have this camera. It's not the best, but it'll work. I'm going to actually go into here and go to room cam. So it's going to look really horrible at the moment until I go and I share this. That's the magnet wall, and it has a bunch of cool stuff on here. You can see the green screen wall behind me. So right now I have a bunch of magnets on there, and then I have a bunch of fun stuff here that you can see over here. And then if I can twist it, I'm going to twist it this way. Oh, noes. You can actually go and see as well. I have... that's the game area right there, and you can see the little bins and stuff.
Please.
And then my TV, which is not connected at the moment. Mick Maniac, how are you doing on Mixer, sir? Hopefully you're doing well. And you can see TVs on the stand there. Luggage direct from TwitchCon. I have not opened it yet. It has all of our swag in it. Yes, and then that's it in a nutshell. That's kind of the whole room, and we can go back to seeing me over here in my hat. And then you can see the Atari that we were talking about earlier, and of course the Retron 77, the NES, an empty drink, another empty drink, and a bunch of carts.
Gotta stay hydrated, man.
So much so.
Chris, we've got some questions for you. If you don't
Absolutely. No, I'm sorry. I could talk all day about this stuff. I apologize. And I'm going to set this back over here. Oh, Nick Maniac and Bono. Somebody's following. Yes. So many followers today. It's going to look great on our... Wow, I can see the camera over here. That's not good. There we go. Actually, I just started playing with Streamlabs. So they have like captions and all the fun stuff. Not captions, all right, closed credits and whatnot. So I get to have fun with that in a few. You have questions. I'm sorry, I could talk all day. I apologize. You talk now.
Do you want me to go, Wolf, or do you want to go?
Yeah, go right ahead. Go right ahead.
You go Rochambeau for it. She goes first.
So when we spoke at TwitchCon, you were extremely excited about coming on for a spot on the monthly DGDS thing. Is we give every person a 2-hour slot, and I was talking to you about how it usually does a lot better when we have the face of the charity comes on and talks. And then Max mentioned you could actually come in and talk about the charity as well as play a game.
Are you after watching this stream, are you regretting that decision now?
No. This is exactly the kind of content we do. But we want to know if you're up to actually set up a time slot if you're still willing. You don't have to.
Absolutely.
You don't have to do the full 2 hours if you want, but...
My Commodore 64 is actually in this box right here. I was playing with it yesterday. So why is it not out right now? Because it's a beast. So I keep it locked and keyed, even though it's not really a locking case. But yeah. To answer that question, absolutely, would love to. Obviously, I do have the equipment to do so. No problem at all. It all depends on a few things. First off, if I have the day off from work. Second of all, where am I located at the time of the happening? So I do have to go to my in-laws. I don't have to. I enjoy going to my in-laws for Thanksgiving.
It is not on Thanksgiving weekend, so.
Thank goodness. Okay, when is it?
The time slot we were looking at. No worries. Sorry. The time slot we were looking at, if you are available, would be a 11 a.m. Central Time, since that's the time zone you're in,
Yep.
and on Saturday the 17th. Is that what we were looking at, Wolf? Does that sound about right?
Yeah, I believe that's correct. Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to switch cameras, and we're going to go into here, and we're going to go to calendar. We're going to look at this together. Ooh.
Yeah, you'll be taking our we call it the happy hour.
The halftime show.
Which is usually it's like a halftime. It's the midpoint in the stream, which we reserve for either organizer shenanigans or to have somebody from the charity come and speak, or we'll run a little podcast or whichever.
And how long is this for?
It's a 2-hour slot.
Yep.
2 hours, man. I could talk all day. You know that. Okay, so 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on there. So that's fine. Now,
if you could be in the DGDS Discord at 10:30, we could get everything set up for you, or
Okay.
even earlier if you want. But 10:30 is
10... Let's do this. Let me do this.
You'd be streaming from 11.
Yeah. So, 10:30 a.m. DGDS Discord.
Yep.
And then I would just go in there.
Sent you an invite.
Ooh, invites.
Ooh. I was looking at your contact information on the website, and I've got your card, obviously, because you
Yeah.
sent it to me at TwitchCon.
Right.
But I was like, oh, they've got a Discord. I'll just see if they're available now.
And it's fine. I actually, what's really funny is I tend to talk so much in my streams that I think people are just used to like breaking in and talking, so it's fine. I mean, it's, to me, I love chatting about the charity, and I love chatting about helping people, and this usually devolves into a talk show anyways in the end, so that's perfectly fine. I'm joining the Discord now, and I'm already in there. That was quick. Okay, good.
All right, cool.
You can talk in here. Oh, wait, hold on. I lost you guys. Hold on. I'm in the other Discord now. No, hold on. I lost it. Hold on.
On the Discord. Hello.
There we go. I was on the other one. I apologize. I left quickly, and it was like, no. It just says you can talk in here, and I was just like, I went and clicked on it. I thought that was like just normal chat, but no, it just did that. So
That is the voice chat.
that was a voice chat.
Cool. Very cool. So we will get you all hooked up with everything. I'm gonna actually step out because I have to go.
Potty.
I'm being
I understand.
summoned.
We've been trying to get things settled for like 6 hours now. So
I
it's
understand.
been a long day.
Oh no, trust me, I
being
understand.
summoned to a randomizer. So.
Ooh, have fun.
Randomizer.
All right.
It's like the 21st century key party. Oh, I'm teasing. That's horrible. Why would you say something like that? And then I berate myself as I'm talking live. No, I'm teasing. No, it's that's awesome. I mean, I really do appreciate what you guys do, and I again, I mean, I've been doing this for 3 years, and I love helping people, and I love the enthusiasm as well, because people tend to have a dour outlook on charity. I'm like, oh, you have to raise money. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But again, I mean, it's not that I've fallen on my sword because I have to. It's I actually enjoy doing this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's the key.
How I got into it, we have people who do it for their own reasons. My
Right.
reason is I legitimately enjoy. I mean, I've done a lot of different fundraisers. I've founded a lot of different things locally. I just like it. I like helping people.
Well, I mean, did I explain how I started in charity to you guys? I don't know if I even said that in chat. It's kind of, it's funny because I started in charity just because it was, I lived in the west side of Cleveland. You had 3 choices. You had gang, you had drugs, or you helped your community. And it was like, you know what? I don't feel like doing drugs right now, and I'm too scared to be in a gang. So it was like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna do and do some charity or stay in my house. I didn't have a choice. It was I just wanted to make a difference because again, when I grew up in the 80s, it's kind of like the best way to explain it is you ever seen pictures of New York City in the 80s?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then you look at it now, it's wholesome, it's great, it's it's wonderful. People
Oh, yeah.
want to go
It
there.
doesn't have the adult stores all over the place anymore. And
Think of think of that in that regards. You think of Cleveland in those regards as well. In fact, Cleveland still kind of looks like that now. I mean, it's pretty crappy.
Yeah.
But and that's the reality that I had to face, and so I actually enjoy doing that stuff because again, it gave me camaraderie, kind of like a gang, but gang for good, and also allowed me to vent my frustrations in my community and how it was lacking in many ways, and so I did that, and then branched out in other things. Started working with Special Olympics, Children's Developmental Center, other charities as well. And, my wife has the same ideals that I do. We both have been lifelong volunteers doing different things. And that's how we kind of got started in this. And the only reason why we started One Up on Cancer is because when we moved from Ohio to Texas, I immediately contact Special Olympics Texas. And they're like, no, it's Special Olympics Texas. Everybody wants to be a part of this. And I'm like, not in Ohio. Ohio, you had to drag people to help them. I mean, it was really difficult because the mentality for Ohioans, and hopefully I'm not offending anybody, but at least where I grew up, is you can catch the retard if you cohabitated with them. It's something that is communicable, like the cold or something. And I'm like, that's not how it works, So and that was just the mentality. And I'm like, well, I'm smart enough to know better than that. My mom's a nurse. I know it's there's genetics involved, and then there's again, all these different things. But the big point is Texas, being a really huge state, has a really great Special Olympics charity organization. They're like, you can pass out water bottles, and I'm like, that's not what I want to do. I used to do.
Thank you.
I know, right? I used to do play-by-play.
Really? Can I?
Yeah, I used to. I was the voice of Special Olympics Ohio. I mean, I went and I did the play-by-play for the basketball tournaments, and so you're like, water bottles, great. Where do I start? No, it was just like, thank you for the opportunity. Unfortunately, that's not my strong suit. I mean, honestly, do you really want a 40-year-old guy walking around with water bottles who really just wants to talk to people? I mean, that's like the last thing you want. So no, I mean, we just kind of, got into this just because a friend got cancer. I mean, it was just, we just want to help out. We want to, do things to help the community. So that's why we started One Up on Cancer.
Very cool.
Very
cool.
Again,
Thanks for telling us your story.
I mean,
I can talk forever about this stuff.
I'm gonna step out.
Yes,
Chris, it was nice to meet you.
A pleasure.
If you need anything,
I need a
let
drink.
me know. Shoot me a message.
Diet
or
Coke large.
Anybody that is purple on the list in our Discord. Everybody should be able to help you. Yeah, and welcome aboard. Thank you for everything that you're doing.
I appreciate it, and thank you for putting up with me.
To help
I'm gonna
you
hang out
do
here and
good.
keep talking to you. So.
Okay, that's fine.
Newblet,
Bye,
I will
Wolf.
talk later. Thank you for
Yep.
everything today.
I'll
will
catch
see
you
both
up.
of you later.
Bye,
Alright.
Wolf. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night, man. Thank you again.
I've got some more questions for you, actually.
I'm here. Let's hear them. I've got 15 more minutes before I disconnect, so I'll use the remainder of my time to answer as many questions as I can.
For the 2-hour spot, what do you want to play? You were talking about possibly doing Portal at the con, but you can play
Honestly,
any retro game you want.
Honestly, I can do Portal. It's 2 hours. I mean, I can do Portal within 2 hours, and I think that's probably the best use of my time, honestly.
All right. If that's what you want to do, that's absolutely fine with us.
I'm fine with that.
We have a guy that has been struggling to get his speed run under 2 hours for Portal, and he's like, he cannot.
I'm gonna have to start practicing even more. I can do it in 2 hours, so that's not a problem.
Sweet. All right. So the rest of the questions are a little bit pandery for DGDS. If you would like to talk about them
That's
offline.
fine. No. That's go on. It's fine.
Okay. I know that when we reach out towards the One Up on Cancer page, you guys have the tiers of the different donation tiers and coming up with rewards and things.
Sure.
we were wondering if we could come up with something where it was individual based instead of organization based, because like there's 30 of us. We don't need a t-shirt. If we could get like people who donate a button, if they like did $25 and they could get sent a button from you guys, instead of if we earn $100 we get a button and a t-shirt.
Okay. Oh no,
our-
that's valid. That's a valid concern.
Our donation goal is $2,000, so
Okay, so yeah, let's think about that. Here's the thing though, is you're probably using Tiltify, right?
Yep.
So we have done in the past where people who donate X amount of money get something, and so we've done like $25 hats, right? So I'm thinking that probably would be the better approach. A pin is nice, don't get me wrong, but I mean, honestly, do you really want to just give out a bunch of pins? I'd rather
I
see
didn't know
something
what you
wearable.
guys could do on your end. I didn't want to like say, oh yes, give all of us t-shirts and give all of us hats.
Oh no. Okay,
I
so
wanted something that was more attainable for you if you had to give out multiple of them.
okay, so let's talk rewards here. So of course, so on any Tiltify, if you have the ability to do a reward and a reward tier, let me think here for a second. Here, I'm trying to think of incentives. Maybe it's incentives. Am I thinking? Hold on. Yeah. Let me actually go into. Let me go back into here and let's go into Tiltify together here.
I'm sorry if sort of like.
Oh no, you're just fine. I mean, this is why I'm gonna log in, because again, I don't want to talk on my ass either, because that's overplayed and Jim Carrey did that already in Ace Ventura. So, so let's actually go into my campaigns here, and we'll just pick one cool month, which is part of the month of 1-ups. So if we go into dashboard here and we go into incentives. Create some rewards, can claim for a donation. That's exactly what I want. So it is incentives. It is called rewards. Okay, so I wasn't again talking on my butt. So add incentive is a reward. We're just gonna call this one test.
I just didn't know if that we would be able to do something like that with fulfillment through Tiltify, because I anticipate that would we actually haven't had those kinds of incentives yet. So I anticipate there'd be even greater excitement for the charity.
Okay, so let's go here. Let's go 10. So give me 1 second. I'm actually going to see 8 a.m. So here we go. Next. Do you want required donors to answer a question for you?
So it would be like shirt size or whatever.
Yeah, yes. Next. Oh, what is your shirt size? Next. Yes, it does. Wow, that'd make it a lot easier now. Ask for additional information. That's fine. Next. Upload an image. You know what? You're an image. Next. Okay, so shipping address cannot be added after saving. Custom question cannot be added after saving. Okay, so let's go to edit here. You know what? Next. Back. Oh, so I forgot everything. Great. You know what? There we go. Open. There's me with the Retron 77 when I first got it. Okay, there we go. Let's see. And then
Perfect.
Okay, so that means absolutely nothing. So let's see. Save. Okay, here we go. That's fine. So we're gonna close this and we're gonna it's inactive, thank God.
Yes,
okay, so actions you can
after
activate
do
it. So okay, so at this point, need shipping address, yes, and then shipping notes, custom question, yes, custom. What is your shirt size? Okay, so close, and then let's go and then activate it just for a second, so we can actually take a look at it, and then we'll go into here, and then we go. Actually, I can just click on one of the links in the chat. Yay, chat. Okay, so incentives, one available. Oh, 3 hours. Oh, you talking about, you schmo. Actions, edit. Starts at, the 5th. Let's edit this, make this the 4th. Let's make it the 3rd. Save. Okay, so let's try this because hopefully nobody actually goes and does this. Okay. There we go. Okay. Well, it's not bad looking. What's your shirt size?
They make it real easy now. It's pretty
6XL. No, I'm not 6XL. What am I saying? 4XL. Let's see. Test 25. Yeah, it looks actually a lot better. It's a lot easier than it used to be.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that's fine. And then I wish they can have that automatically checked by default. Allow the charity contact you. That'd just be nice. Comments. That's fine. No comments. So shirt size, shipping information required. So let's go next here. Oh wow! It actually oh shit! It shows my address. I hope nobody saw that. Okay, that's great.
Just delete the VOD, and nobody will have any problems.
No, I don't delete VODs. It's fine. And so what if somebody has my address? It's not like, you know, they're gonna come out with pitchforks and stuff. Actually, in fact, for the longest time, that was the official address for the nonprofit. So
so it's not like it's not out there already.
it's out there. I mean, now we have a PO box, but it's not a big deal. But yeah, now I have to actually delete that now, which is great. So it actually does remember everything, which is good. So deactivate and then delete. Yes.
But I just didn't know, like, what sort of we weren't expecting you to do any of that. It's not like an expectation. But we talked about it at the convention. You're like, yeah, we could hand out buttons or something, and you're like, oh yeah, we can do hats. Like, we weren't expecting that. Absolutely.
So you know, and to go back here and to start talking about opportunities here again. I mean, here's the reality: is I can do about anything, as long as in the end the expectations are they're not going to get it immediately. Yeah. Hats, I have to order the hats. Now, I'm waiting till I'm thinking in the middle of December to order hats. And they're like the hats that you saw. And in fact, I have one floating around here. It's probably in the other room. That has the One Up on Cancer logo and everything. And that's not a problem. Shirts, still not a problem. I mean, to go back to the examples on tiltify.com/.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures. They're
I mean, I'm actually going to go back there as well because people are like, what the hell are you talking about? So let's go back here and show it, right? So,
yeah, absolutely.
So I'm going to go actually into, there actually is a, is it this one? Yeah, there we go. Okay, I had to think about it for a second here. See, as you can see here, once we go to full screen, I can zoom in maybe. Nope, it doesn't allow me to do it. That's great. So there's a bunch of different opportunities here for people who want to do some fundraising. These are the buttons that she's talking about. They're actually pins, and they're metal enamel. If you throw them, they will hurt. They're like round Chinese stars. And different shirts examples. These are the shirts, the Team One Up on Cancer, the white ones. We did this last year, and people actually liked it so much we brought it back this year. But we also have the mushroom shirts, the black ones, for people who are interested in that as well.
The mushroom ones are very nice. I like that one personally.
Yeah, personally, I like those as well. And I don't have one at the moment, and I'm hoping to have one soon. The swag pack is what we usually give away at conventions, and
yeah, I was thinking more along the lines of those sorts of things, little things that nobody's gonna care too much if it never gets fulfilled.
Okay, so here's the thing. Now I need to order. We're out of bracelets. We're almost out of lanyards. We are not out.
Aren't you going to another convention in like this month?
Yes, DreamHack Atlanta is. I'm not personally. Kat is, and so is Fuzzy Ray. So they're all about going over there, and we already know we're out of bracelets. So we have actually bracelets that are glow-in-the-dark ones that we're going to be giving away instead. And the hats, of course. I'm going to show the hats here as well. These are actually really nice hats that we need more of. We're almost out of them. Actually, I think we are out of them, come to think of it. And then, of course, the jerseys, which we were going to have made last year, but the company kind of bailed on us, so we never had them made. But nobody actually earned one except one person. So they're like, meh, later on's fine. So I owe them a jersey. because we only raised 15,000 last year, and honestly, the only reason why we raised that much was because of one streamer, and they're a pretty big streamers, so that's the reason why. But hopefully, I can get these jerseys out pretty soon. Once we actually have the count of people who've actually raised that much, and so, but yeah, I mean, to go back and to show my pretty face again, and let me actually go and do this. I'm going to go back to VidPlay here, and I'm going to turn off the background. The little thing I did myself. I'm a software developer by trade, so I like making little gadgets, as you can see.
Sweet.
So it's like there's some really cool stuff in here that I've done as well. Like this one here, if I want to do YouTube and then play, go here. Got flying toasters behind me now, which you don't see yet, but you'll see eventually.
I'll see it soon.
Yeah. This was actually a screensaver that was very popular back in the 90s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I remember this one.
Yep. Flying toasters. So, again, I like to have fun, right? So,
yeah.
Going back here to my normal background.
It's so retro. Wow. It's like
very,
it's a retro channel or
very
something.
90s, I know. Even the logo is very 90s. I wonder why.
No wonder.
So yeah, it's just something that I definitely want to do. Well, not just you, but anybody who wants to do that, they should have the ability to do that. However, if they promise something, like say for instance a hat, the hats are like, well, I think our price are $15, I think, and so. What we have to do is we have to look at the price and say, okay, where's our price point? Where's the price break? Because if I give a hat to every single person, then I have to go and say, okay, we're an 80-20 split nonprofit. So 80% of the money needs to go back and 20%. So if you think about, okay, that hat's $15, I have to bring in math to figure this out. 60, I think is the number I want to say. Let's go open up a calculator here. So if we divide 60 into 5, it's 12. So it's what, 75? Maybe it's 75 divided by 5. Yep, that's what it is. $75 for a hat doesn't make sense for anybody, right?
Right.
So what we have to do is we have to look at bottom line. So maybe if I can get the price low enough on hats, like say for instance I can get a hat for $10. 10 times 5 is 50, right? So if you say an 80-20 split, which is 4 fits, does that make sense? Okay, so 4 fits,
that's gonna be
4 fits of, we say $10, it'd be $40. So it's a $50 donation. $50 donation, they can have a hat and a, and that does not include shipping. So then we have to, I'm like, it's always something, right? So,
absolutely.
So if they are willing to do something, again, it all depends on price, because if I bought 1,000 hats, I probably can bring it down to lower than $10. I don't know. I don't have a number. Same thing for shirts. A shirt, a onesie twosie shirt is about $25 each, but if I buy in bulk, it's a much cheaper proposition. And of course, the more colors, the more cost, because it's screen printing, right? So then we have to look at those numbers as well, which is like, but as we start talking about buttons, lanyards, all that fun stuff, pins are what about $2 to be honest with you. So 2 and 5 is 10. So that makes much more sense economically, back to your point. But I wouldn't want to just send them a pin. I would want to send them a swag pack. So a button's 25 cents. Sticker is about 20 cents. So you have to start looking at the lanyards are what, $1. Bracelets were about I think 25 cents. So I just, you have to do the math and say, okay, well, what's economical and what can we multiply times 5 to actually make it worthwhile to the person? And then also think about the shipping.
Exactly.
So that's part of being the program manager and start talking about all these sponsorships and such. It gets to be a pain in the tuchus pretty quickly to actually go and figure out. And so the swag pack is probably going to be your best friend in this regard. So if you wanted to do something like that,
all right.
This is the reason why we have the tiers. So let's go back to the tier thing, for example, just to talk to you about that. So a onesie twosie shirt.
Well, because we're an organization, and we're like, even if we do
right
$2,000, it's like we get all that stuff, but who gets it? You know?
Right.
That's why I was like wondering if we could do it.
It would be, I would do it
somehow.
this way. So it'd be, if it was just me and I was saying, okay, you guys raised $2,000. At that point, then I would treat it as, how many streamers are we talking for that 2,000?
It's like 30 people. It's not a economical goal.
It definitely. You said how many people are actually doing the stream that weekend?
Doing the stream that weekend is 24, 25 streamers, and then there's the like 15 of us in the background as well.
So the minimum is each person has to raise $100. So you want to do the math on that, it's going to get a little crazy.
Exactly.
So yeah, it is definitely going to be a point to where I would gladly give you guys, each of you, a pin, just because again you guys are awesome. I don't have a problem sending you guys individually a pin, because again we're talking about $2, right? It's not a big deal.
Exactly. That's why I was thinking like, oh, if we do a $25 goal, you get like like say Joe Schmo donates, and it's like, hey, if you donate 25, you get a pin. I realize you were already going to donate money in the first place, and a pin isn't that great of a reward, but it's something.
Well, no, I'm talking about your individual volunteers. I would gladly send.
I was talking about Joe Schmo.
Okay, well, let's talk about you guys for a second here. I would gladly send each of you guys a pin. I'm assuming that you're all gathered all across the United States, right?
We've actually got some international. But when we were in TwitchCon, you guys gave us pins for everybody already. The little ones with the mushroom hearts.
Well, those
you
are
gave them out to
okay.
us.
Those are okay. I was talking more about the actual Team 1-Up pins.
The good ones.
Well, no.
The enamel ones.
The enamel ones, because I really do like the mushroom ones personally. The mushroom ones to me are pretty.
I like those ones too.
Yes.
They're very pretty.
Yes, the mushroom ones are. What's really funny about this? Our first design for a pin was the purple one, which is the controller, and I made that one specifically because I thought, looking at the one with the controller, if you're looking at the same screen I'm looking at right now, do you see the glasses? Do you see the smiley face?
Oh yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
It's a controller, but it could be a nerd.
Yes, exactly. Now you can't unsee it. So yes, this is something that it was our first pin. I thought, oh, I'm so clever. People are like, yeah, I guess this pin's okay. And then we came up with the mushroom with the hearts, and people love it. So it's pretty much our go-to now for for our buttons, and we like 2 to 1. I mean, we give so many of these away compared to the purple ones, and that's okay. And in fact, we talked to our lawyer when we were talking about the mushroom thing, and one of the things was are we going to get in trouble for doing that mushroom? And my lawyer is like, well, I know the mushroom is something that's in Mario lore, but I don't think they have a trademark on that mushroom. Second of all,
it's different. It has 4 dots instead of 3. Plus, there's the heart in the middle, and the eyes don't have the highlights.
Absolutely. So I mean, to exactly what we're explaining here.
On a technical standpoint,
right?
It's within copyright.
Yeah. So
fair use.
It is fair use at this point. So this is the reason why we did that, and everybody can see the wonderful mushroom on their screen. And it's something that we actually have now on our brand assets page because people love it so much, and that's why it's on our shirt, because people love it so much. And we're happy to do that because, again, it's just pretty awesome. So if we take a look and you say, okay, if you donate $25, you can get the swag pack, the 1-Up on Cancer swag pack. So just using that as an example here, the buttons, we'll just say the 2 buttons are $1, right? Okay, so let's do some math quickly. The bracelet is $1. That's $3. The lanyard, we'll add another $2. That's $5. And the pin, we said was $7. 7 times 5 is 35. That's not right. That definitely is not. 35 divided minus 7 is 28.
Okay. We
Okay.
could make the donation $30 for the swag pack. That
Okay,
wouldn't be too
so
bad.
yeah, okay, so $30. Oh no, let me think here. Maybe I'm thinking here, calc. Let me see if I can squeeze this to 25. So,
I was just coming up with a random number. Like 30, 35 is still within the means of a lot of people who
okay,
will be donating.
so if we say 30 including shipping, yes, that's fine. I think that should be fine because again, I'd not be sending this anything like second day or anything crazy like that.
Yeah.
So let's just say lanyard plus bracelet plus 2 buttons plus 2 for that 5. Okay, so I'm thinking at this point $5 for that kit before our cost. So our cost 5 times 5 is 25. That's just before shipping. Is just my estimate here. And then that's $25. And then of course you have to add shipping, which if they're out of the country, it's way more. So
Yeah.
you would have to kind of say United States only or something on there because we can't ship outside United States without incurring a lot of cost. And then, of course, on top of that, we say $5 shipping, which equals $30, which is your $30. So I think that's doable. And obviously, you can't see that calculator because, well, I don't have it set up that way. But actually, I can do that pretty quickly too. Actually, let's do a duplicate. Let's say second screen.
Well, we do also want it to be like, I know our people that typically donate, and they don't usually ever have reimbursements like this. It's not like they expect to get something out of it.
Sure.
So even if we made it on the high end, they would just be excited to have anything back.
And I appreciate that. And now you actually can see that window. However, you can't see me. So, I'm actually gonna go in and
So it's not something I'm not trying to like take money from you. I'm not trying to be like,
Oh no,
like,
no.
oh, give us stuff. It's just like it's gonna be really nice for them to be able to have something that's from the charity they're supporting.
And I agree with that. And that's I guess I definitely agree that it is something that is nice to have that ability to. Let me turn off browser as well. Hold on. I'm still kind of moving background. That's fine. Second screen. Okay, so still trying to get this going on here, and then we're gonna do cam second screen. Okay, there we go. So you actually can see my second screen now. Nice. Look at that. It's professional almost. So, no, at the same time, I understand you do want to spread the word of the nonprofit. At the same time, you're looking to reward them. Is this going to be the best way to do that? Yeah, I think this is a good way to do that. As long as, again, A, they're in the United States and we can ship to them. B, if they don't mind waiting for a while, because we're out of a lot of that swag. Same thing for Hazard shirts. We're completely out. We did a lot of stuff.
Which is great for you guys.
Well, it is great because we did a lot of stuff over at TwitchCon, so much that it drained us out of most of our stuff, and that's wonderful. But it makes us have to go back to Gaming Outfitters and be like, oh, I'm out of stuff. Can you please send us more? For sure, we have plenty of buttons. And we actually, the stickers are not listed on here either, but we have stickers as well, which I didn't put in my calculation. Crud, that's the reason why it was 7, not 5. That's fine. In the
For
end.
the swag pack, honestly, I think I know what your numbers are coming up as. I think $50 they would be extremely happy at that point.
Seriously.
And we do have people who do way more than that. And
yeah, I mean, if you want to do $50 and that includes shipping with the whole swag pack, yeah, I can do $50. Yeah, that's not a problem at all. But you would have to
specify, yeah.
So it would be, I don't know why I forgot the stickers on this swag pack page, but that's fine. I think it was because when I was building this, I was at TwitchCon, and TwitchCon wouldn't allow us to have stickers. So that might be why. Yeah, so
And then they changed their mind like halfway through the convention, so.
You know what really aggravated the crap out of me was the fact that people were giving stickers away as their business cards. And I'm like...
That was me! I had them, and I had to rip them off my business cards. Not for DGDS, but for my personal one. I ripped them off, and so all my business cards just had staples that were where the sticker used to be.
It aggravates me. They're like, oh, we're worried that you're going to ruin this place. And I'm like, why? Why would somebody buy a sticker from me and then deface something with it? Makes no sense to me. But whatever, it's their conventions, not mine. Even though
Exactly. I didn't make the rules.
Right.
I just follow them.
I'm just the one who paid a lot of money to be there. That's all.
Yeah.
No, it's to me, it's just, one, I have to deal with that with a few other conventions, and it's, again, they want to be able to not have to deal with defacing of their property. It was funny because we had the mushrooms everywhere, and we were taping the mushrooms up, and they were like, yeah, for every piece of tape, we're going to charge you an hour of a removal time.
Ooh.
And I'm like, oh, we will make sure every piece of tape is gone. And then I'm talking to the people who are tearing down the walls, and I was telling them about the tape thing, and they're like, oh my God, are they seriously telling people that? That is so not true. And I'm like, really? Like, yeah, no, we don't charge people for tape. Now, obviously, if there's an excess amount, we'll say something, but no. I'm like,
oh, good. Thank you.
yeah, thank you for scaring the crap out of me.
Yeah, right. I mean, I guess that's one way to make sure it gets done.
Yeah, I know. But again, we were very careful on removing tape. Just because we were like, oh, that's so much money, because an hour's worth of them was like $100 or something. It's like, I can't afford that, so.
Society is like tape?
Yes. Remember at TwitchCon, they were telling us about the tape issues. If we didn't remove the tape, they would charge us for the tape removal. So we were very cautious on removing the tape for the mushrooms. You were with me when we were removing tape. No, they didn't charge us because we removed all the tape.
Is that your timer, by the way? You said you had 15 minutes, and I think that was like 10 minutes ago.
Oh no, it's fine. I even what's really funny is Mixer just did its pop up, and I'm like, no, I'm fine. Anyways, yeah, I say if you want to do a $50 reward for our swag pack, that includes the team pin, both buttons, both stickers, lanyard, bracelet. That's everything, right?
Yeah.
For $50, that's fine with me. We would just need to have their shipping address, and we would need to make sure they're in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of international people, but they are usually very respectful of those sorts of things.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, I think that's the key here. So I think we're really good on that.
Okay.
As long as we can do that, that's fine. And I'm sure Sisaya would agree. Sisaya would agree. Captions are fun. Oh, and I will fill her in if she missed any of the captions when I was talking here. So let's go back to my beautiful face with my beautiful wobble here. I miss having my Van Dyke. I really do. Facial hair is my favorite thing on my face. Because now you can see my chin, you can see everything, and it just aggravates me because, again, I know I'm getting old and I know I'm getting a wobble. It just aggravates me because I see it every day. until one day I will have this back, this Van Dyke, this beautiful thing that is on my face. I do have a fake one. They did give me, last time I did a fundraiser where I shaved my face off, my friend Brian, who's actually staying here until Thursday, he bought me a fake one for my mouth, and I would put it on, and I love this thing. And in fact,
Hello, doggo.
Sasaya, if you can go in my top drawer and go get it, I'll go put it on. Let's see if she sees my message. You can barely hear the dog, but trust me, when I would actually stream from out there, it was so loud. He's a black lab, and he's huge, and he has a loud bark. And it just echoes through the whole place. So it would be one of those that my mic would overmodulate because his bark is so loud. Anyways, you had more questions? I'm sorry, I went off here. Go on.
No worries. So do you typically, when we have, I mean, it's a little bit different for when we have the charities come and talk, but if you're going to be participating as both the charity and the streamer, typically we ask people to sort of like rep the charity. I mean, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't want to, considering it's raising money for your charity, but like usually it's like, oh, hey, my community, don't forget to turn up for my segment at this time and this date, you know?
Right.
So that they come and watch. And if you want to maybe off mic exchange assets to do that, if you want, you don't have to. We're not going to force you.
Well, we're talking about assets as far as our brand assets.
Yeah, just the DGDS brand asset.
Oh,
I know yours.
yours. Oh, yours. Yeah, no. That's not a problem at all. Just you just send me a message, and whatever screen stuff you need, just let me know, and I'll gladly make that up. If you have a guide, sometimes places have guides that will show you what to do. That's fine. I don't mind doing that at all.
Ours is just a little logo, and it moves. So if you can put it in as a browser source, it like flashes.
Yeah, no, I understand for sure. I got stuff that moves. No, it's perfectly fine. I don't have a problem at all doing that. So yeah, definitely send it my way. And so let's say, for instance, if you're looking at my screen right now, where would that go? Would it go like above my name, or would it go?
Oh, wherever you want on your stream, whatever is convenient for you. We don't care where it's placed, or
Really?
even if you do it at all.
Oh, I care because I definitely want to rep you guys. So I mean, I'll put it somewhere.
I would put it above your one that has your personal stuff next to your chip jar. That's where I would put it if I were you.
Okay,
Because
so
then you'd have two things that were flashing right next to each other. So
epilepsy warning, right?
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and that space is usually like right next to the captions, maybe. As you can see, that's a free space, no matter where I am. As you can see, what people say about me in Mixer chat, and I ban them. Yay! I don't know why people do that. Oh, what I wanted to do, I wanted to actually go to my personal chat, and that's cool. So there we go. I'm just doing my rounds here, just looking, because nobody's saying anything to me over on Twitch often. So I was just kind of wondering what's going on. Wow, look at me. I'm in stereo. There she is. Hi, honey. Can you go do me a favor and go into my top drawer of my desk and get my mustache? Beard.
My beard
thing.
stash.
And you can see I'm echoing now. All the visual echo. Let's see at least see if she does it. So anyways, so yeah, and you can definitely use our brand assets as well, which are right here on our website.
Yeah, we absolutely intend to, especially the one for the streamer pack. That's a great picture we can upload for the thingy. But,
Absolutely. And go on.
If you're okay with me just copy pasting it, then I can absolutely just do that. You
Yeah,
don't need
there's
to
actually
upload
links
everything.
here. You can literally just grab that. Now, also, I'll tell you that anything that is black, anything that's gray can be black, whites, transposed on color. anything that's an actual color on our text stuff, it stays like this. Red doesn't change, but this, for example, on this one, you could paint this white. If it's like a black background, you could paint this white to stand out more, and we do that quite often.
Yeah. Gotcha. I think the one without the controller is probably gonna one we end up using.
Ah, that's fine.
Or even maybe just the mushroom, just because of the amount of space that we've got.
Well, you could actually combine them as well. So if you wanted to do, you can do this one under the mushroom and kind of combine them.
I really like the 8-bit ones because
oh yeah, no, you could
community.
combine the 8-bit one with the mushroom as well. Now we don't have an 8-bit mushroom, so
that'd be cool.
That would be cool. However, no, we're not that advanced yet. But if somebody wanted to make us an 8-bit mushroom, I'd be very happy with that. Now we've had perlers. People have done perler work for us and have made the mushroom. I guess I could kind of turn that into an 8-bit one. Anyways, so yeah, more questions.
Rock
yes, definitely want to hear more questions.
Do you have any recommendations for like people who are outside the Twitch community to do support? Like you're doing the museum, or like say
Sure.
you talk to like GameStop, and the GameStop is like, yes, we can do whatever, and can you like get receipts for those people to want to do it for their tax write-offs or something? If we're like, hey, yeah, we're a charity, come donate money, it's a tax write-off.
Okay, so I mean, first thing, what we try to do is, like, we just did Cowtown over in Fort Worth, and we're trying to navigate people to actually go and just have them go click the donate on here on our website. Easiest way to do that is just because, again, nice thing about this is we don't get charged at all, but PayPal. For charities doesn't charge us if we do the PayPal Giving Fund.
But Tiltify does when you're doing it.
Yes, correct, because Tiltify doesn't go with PayPal Giving Fund. I wish they would, and I'm hoping one day they actually can do that. So it will also allow them to actually go and do a charity receipt for that as well. So I definitely do recommend people to go this method if they're outside the community and don't want to use Tiltify. In fact, at our last event, we had $350 go this way because people were like, well, I've never heard of Tiltify. I don't trust it. Like, that's fine. You go to our website, click on, donate, and do it that way. And it works just fine. So that's one method. The other organizations, like, say, for instance, okay, National Video Game Museum, the hats I'm wearing right now. Now, they're in Frisco, Texas, and we're, near Dallas. And Frisco and Dallas are, like, next to each other. So it's not a big deal for me just to go and talk to them. And John, who runs the place, is very, yeah, exactly. It's really easy for us. And John's a really awesome guy as well. So that wasn't a problem. However, like a GameStop is more of a problem because GameStop, they're a chain, even though they're based in the Dallas area and their headquarters is in the Dallas area, they kind of do their own thing. So
I just use that as an example. Like if somebody's church wanted to give or something.
Sure.
Like, what other people?
I definitely, there is people who do that. They'll be like, they'll put jars out. The only concern I have for that is I remember when I first came to Texas, there was everywhere you would go into like a gas station, or you go into my work, in fact, where I worked, had this thing called Pennies for Kaylee. Pennies for Kaylee. This will be burned in my brain until the day I stop breathing. Everywhere you saw was this picture of a bald little girl named Kaylee. I know, you gotta feel bad for her. He's like, oh, Kaylee, because she has leukemia and she needs help. And please, everybody, do give all your pennies for her. And they made a killing. Guess what? Kaylee wasn't real.
Yeah.
Kaylee was a stock photo. And they ran away with what they think is about $10,000.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Pennies. People were not just giving pennies, though. They were giving dollars.
Obviously.
You know. So, whoa, I just got linked by somebody who is random, and don't click on that link, by the way.
I don't see it, so there you go.
It's on Mixer. Of course it's on Mixer, because why would it not be? So I gotta ban another picture on Mixer. Yay! Wonderful. Anyways, sorry about that. So,
It happens. I get it.
yeah, it's okay. So going back to what I was saying. So yeah, they went and got a lot of money, and they did not find the person because nobody questioned. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm really hesitant on working with organizations in something like a church. A church is a fine example because, again, churches do wonderful things. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure that if they do, a collection, they'll be giving it to the charity in question. And I'm more than happy to do that. But when it's people that are not part of the organization just saying, hey, I'm going to put this jar here, and we know nothing about it,
yeah.
What's going to stop us from not knowing anything about it in the end, right? So that's the inherent danger of that. And so you would almost need to have some kind of third party watching that, and we're definitely not structured for that. So it's one of the things that we had discussion about was we wanted to actually have people who want to do their own events in their own towns. They want to be able to go and, like for instance, give information, be an informational booth, and help bring people our message of, helping adults with cancer bills. We call it street teams, or you call it, communities, little bit, Stack Up calls them stacks, same concept, right?
Yeah.
The problem with that is, now mind you, I don't have a problem with people doing that. I love the fact that people want to be a part of this and bring this to their community and bring awareness, and I definitely want that. However, like for example, at Cowtown yesterday, people were coming by and asking to donate money. Well, that event wasn't set up to do that. We didn't bring money, jars or anything. It was an informational booth. That's the whole point of that, was just to give information. And we were not trying to take money. So this could be anywhere in the United States, and people will want to donate. How do we stop them, first off? And second of all, how do we redirect them to a proper method so those volunteers are not caught off guard with loose money in their hand? Which I trust them to do the right thing, but I don't want to put them in that predicament. As a program manager, I have to go and think about that. So that's where it's a hard thing to balance. That makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that was a non-answer to your question. I apologize. I do.
It kind of answered my question.
Yeah, I don't know how else that I can answer it, though, because it would have to be a case by case. So National Video Game Museum does it because I love them and trust them. I know John very well. We did stuff last year with Game Over Video Games, and that was fine. Sasaya just mentioned that the 501st had a cash box, and I trust the 501st because I know the guy who runs it over in the Austin area, and he had it keyed as well. So there was a locking key, and he actually brought us the cash box to unlock ourselves to empty the cash, and that's fine. The only way that I can think us being able to do this is for us to go and send a locked cash box to the to the volunteer and not give them the key. However, once
Right.
that box is full, then at that point, it's, anybody else who wants to donate, it's a lost cause. You can't put more than what's capable of being put in the box. So that's why it's easier just to redirect people to the website. Also, it gives them a chance to learn about the nonprofit as well.
Exactly. So just like, here, have my money.
Right, and it makes it more difficult to just go. It'd be more difficult just to go and say, "Here, have my money," and then not know where to put the money. Now, again, not really an answer, but it's something that maybe we work with places in the communities to allow for donations. Like, say, for instance, this. If you were in a community, where are you located?
Me personally, I'm in San Diego. The charity is just on Twitch.
No.
there's
San
people
Diego.
everywhere.
I just was looking for San Diego. Now,
Okay.
first off, when you say charity, are you a 501c3?
No, we raise money for 501c3s.
Yes,
We-
you
we're
You
just a
definitely
fundraiser,
don't
I
want to call
guess.
yourself a charity, because at that point, then the IRS can audit you. It's a bad times for all. Anyways, so to say San Diego is a great example of this. Okay, so in San Diego, I don't know of. Actually, I kind of do. Ian, one second. I'm actually gonna go and look for Ian Ferguson, who works over at Ian Ferguson. So let me actually. Oh, Luna. Luna Games. Okay, so there is actually a video game store that I actually know called Luna Video Games on El Cajon Boulevard in San Diego.
That is right next to me.
Okay, so you know Luna Games.
We just moved, so not really. I emailed them. I haven't been yet.
Okay, so Luna Games is Ian Ferguson is the manager of this place. Now, I know Ian. Luckily, you said San Diego, right? I know Ian.
Otherwise, I would have been like, no, I can't help you.
Right. So I know Ian, and I can go and maybe start an email with you, me, and Ian, and say, hey, you want to do a fundraiser with Luna, and you guys all kind of do this together, right? That would work because, again, we have a business with somebody who, can track that stuff. You have a register and whatnot. And so you direct them to that organization, that business, who would be willing to take that on behalf of them, and you would do events there to raise awareness that way. Make sense?
Yes. Although I don't think that's something that we're handled for before our event next weekend. or
No.
2 weekends from
I'm
now.
just, again, we're just waxing here. We're just chatting.
Absolutely.
So, in that regard, your hands are clean, my hands are clean, and at that point, they can go and say, we raised this much money, show us the receipts, and then I'm like, great, can you send it to our PayPal? It's on our website. And then they just PayPal us the money. They're not taxed on it. We're not taxed on it, and PayPal doesn't take a darn cent off of it. Everybody's happy. And
That's really cool that they have that thing for PayPal. I didn't realize that was even a thing. Do you have to be a verified 501c3 or 501 whatever?
Yeah, absolutely you do. Yes, verified
I thought so.
501c3, and you have to be on GuideStar. And that's another thing. Have you even looked at our GuideStar?
I don't even know what GuideStar is.
Oh, wow. I'll get to educate you now. Okay, let's
Yeah,
go to
you do.
GuideStar.
Okay.
So, GuideStar, One Up on Cancer. So, GuideStar is a organization that allows you to find out about charities. GuideStar.org. And in fact, let's go to their website here.
Captain Wolf may have actually done this.
Yeah.
I am not Captain Wolf.
Oh,
He is
no.
more of the head than I am.
But
so.
also, we're streaming live, so I might as well give you this information so you at least
Yes.
know. See?
Absolutely.
So, this is a great way to find out about nonprofits and a third-party atmosphere. So we give them the information, and they give that information out. So if we go and we look at our profile on GuideStar, we're a silver transparency member for 2018, which means that we've done all we can to give them what we can to be that kind of transparent organization that people want.
Nice.
Now, there is platinum. We're not platinum yet, and the only reason why is because there's more bells and whistles and hoops you have to go through that we don't have that ability to do at the moment, but we're hoping to do that soon. So you can get all this wonderful
having
information.
an established area will be one part of it. And if you've only been doing since 2016, maybe establishment is
Yeah.
a little longer down the road.
Correct. So 2015 is actually when we started the nonprofit, and that's when we started it in Texas. And in fact, we would have been ruling year 2015 if our lawyer we had previously would have done their job. However, they weren't very versed in nonprofit law. So we found a new lawyer, and he took him 3 weeks to get us all the information right around Christmas time. And of course, they're not going to review it before the new year. So that's what happened. So yeah, I think that's one of those things as well is, understanding the nonprofit sphere, and GuideStar is one of the great places to find that. And you actually can get as much information as you want. Some of it is behind a paywall. That's one of the reasons why I kind of like GuideStar, but I don't, because we don't see any money for that.
Yeah.
But they do have contact information as well. Notice physical address. Oh, it's back here again. Yeah, so that's why I said I'm understanding that my address is everywhere. But another thing is I feel that the nonprofit also should have their nonprofit ID information somewhere that's visible. Like we have ours in our FAQ. So if you scroll halfway down, you can find our letter of determination right here. And his old address no longer around. But it does show our EIN. It shows when this happened. And it's not instantaneous, unfortunately. It took this guy, Mitchell Steele, from Christmas time to this February 23rd to get us situated. And now, mind you, it was a bit of back and forth because he had questions, we had answers, and we were just trying to clear up some stuff as well. So I would say any charity you work with, make sure you can get that information and invent, which I'm sure the other guy can. I just that's something for general consensus, so people understand how charities report this stuff and how that helps.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love these transitions.
So the next question I
Sure.
had, I think that's going to be about the last one I've got for you, is I know you have the hashtag for, is it hashtag 1UP on Twitter?
Well, hashtag 1UP is what I tell everybody to use because, again, I mean...
You're trying to get that trending for you guys.
Yes, absolutely. And it's the easiest hashtag for us to utilize as well, because what else am I going to... Hashtag 1UP on cancer? I'm like, people are like, oh, why are you hashtagging cancer? I don't know. To me, it's just, it just looks nicer, just hashtag 1UP. That's why we say give a person a 1UP. We try to utilize that as much as possible. If that's the best way we can do that. Yeah, absolutely. And plus,
well, obviously you also have your own Twitter page that we can @ you at and stuff. I just was wanting to make sure there wasn't any social links that we're missing. Do you have your own 1UP on Cancer Twitch page, or is it you here?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was 1UP Studios. My bad. No. Let me fix this. Hold on. There we go. 100. 1UP on cancer. I'm actually... There we go. Okay, let me actually show this here. Okay, yeah, so 1UP on cancer actually does have its own page on here, and we have right now 4,579. So 4,579 followers on it right now on our Twitch. Our Twitch is pretty much our most successful portal. And we do a lot of...
Or Twitter?
Twitter. I'm sorry, yeah.
No worries.
It's a Twitch. Twitch is also our most successful portal too. Twitter is our successful most successful way that we do social media. So but we also have a Facebook and we have an Instagram as well.
Sweet.
So,
Alright.
yeah.
I'll make sure that actually, where's my phone? I think I can do it now. Nope, don't have my phone. Yes, I do. I'll make sure that the DGDS charity page follows you, and that way we can at you and stuff when you'll get a lot of tweets probably during the event because we typically tweet every 2 hours when the next person has a segment.
Yep.
So just be prepared.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I know I don't mind at all. In fact, I definitely appreciate as much as possible, trust me. So yeah, it's fine. I mean, encourage everybody to follow us because then at that point, if there's anything that that we can do to help your community out, we definitely want to do that as well because I mean, yes, it's great to have the donations, but we need to have people that help as well.
If you can tweet at least once before the event, if not twice, like one on the day of and once before, like that you're going to be on at your time slot at 9 or 11 a.m.
Yeah, you just definitely remind me.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things is, my memory is okay. I mean, but if you remind me to send something out and I haven't done it yet, just remind me and I will definitely do that.
Do you have a personal Twitter too?
Yeah, actually it's literally at Chris Cool TV. It should be on the screen. It will rotate because right now it says Mixer, but it'll show. I couldn't get Chris Cool because Twitter is a pain in my butt, but I got Chris Cool TV on Twitter.
There we go.
Yay, you found me.
Alright, doodly-doo.
Yay.
I think that might have been it.
You found me. Yeah, you found me.
So if you go ahead and send either me, NewBlitPixel, or the DGDS charity any messages. Obviously, Discord's going to be the easiest way to reach us. I was actually I was typing an email to you when I realized you had a Discord. So I was like, all right, well, screw this email. I'll just talk to him on Discord if he's available.
I sent you a message.
Sweet. If you have any other questions or anything, then...
Yeah.
Oh,
wow. Tino follows you. That's nice.
Who?
From Badweed. Tino follows you. Oh, Cuddles does as well, which is nice because I love him. And Good for Gaming. That's nice. Very.
I know.
You've raised $30,000 so far?
Yeah,
Holy
in just
geez.
the 10 months we've been doing this, it's been $30,000 between a bunch of different charities and stuff.
Well,
that's
no,
why I'm,
that's still amazing because again, I mean, we've raised almost $100,000 in the 3 years, but I mean that's where charity, and you're just individuals raising money for a charity. That's just amazing.
That's why you were like, don't you have a lot of burnout? It's like, well, we have some, but so the charity event only goes on one weekend every month, right?
Mm-hmm.
The event, but we do, like, throughout the entire event, we don't typically go under 45 viewers. We have partner levels of numbers. Twitch partner levels of numbers the entire time. So, and that's like at the 4 a.m. slots. It's usually around 40 people.
That's amazing. That's
it's pretty. You're gonna have like 80 people watching you for 2 hours.
Nice. I'm not complaining. They can watch me play some games. Hopefully, good. I'm gonna have to do a lot of practice now.
Well, you don't have to do well. That's like part of when I do participate, I play poorly. Well, that's my whole MO.
I only have a 2-hour spot. I want to make sure I can do it within 2 hours. That's all that matters. I mean, I'm now gonna watch the clock very closely for that 2 hours.
Well, we'll introduce you. So how it typically goes is that you'll be in half an hour prior, and we'll make sure that everything is set up on your end.
Sure.
So how it goes is we stream you to a dummy account, and then we restream that dummy account.
We do the same thing.
On my end. And then we run stream elements on my end, so that you only have to have your face cam in your game, and that's the only thing that's in the picture.
Right. Oh, that's
for where you're streaming to.
Yeah. So. Well, okay. So you said stream elements. So I've never actually used them before.
That's okay. We do all the work.
So no, here's my question though for the Stream Elements piece. So literally, all I'm doing is. So I've done this a few different ways where I actually have their. So sometimes I'll have their stuff. I ask them just to put their picture and their game on screen, and I'll fill in all the blanks. Or I'll have them just stream like they normally stream with our borders and stuff, and then we repeat it, right?
Yeah.
So what? So your Stream Elements, I'm assuming, is your alerts, right?
So we actually use Streamlabs for alerts and Stream Elements for a dynamic background. So we can just import the browser source on my end so that nobody else has to mess with the background and the overlay. And the Stream Elements has more programming capabilities so that you can integrate the Twitch chat and the most recent follower. And there is a script that you can put in for the Stream Elements for who's coming up next. So there's a dynamic schedule up on the top. And it changes every 2 hours.
I want to see this. This is amazing. Ours is pretty vanilla plain. I mean, if you go into... here, I'm going to go in... Oh, man. Society said something and I completely missed it. She said a few things. So, here's the problem is this chat does not tell me a lot of good stuff here. So she said a few things here, and I kind of missed them. She said...
she says tongues out after you're like, oh, she said things, and I didn't see
I
it.
totally didn't catch it. She says, I know the 501st had a cash box that's keyed. Okay, I did see that, but I still didn't help volunteers across the country. Maybe I did see that. Okay, and then she said, I would update the physical address if our office would be more permanent. Now, to answer that one is the... office that we have for the nonprofits, we may have next year if we prove that we're utilizing it. So that's kind of the rule on that. I love you too. I'm sorry. I missed that. I don't know why. Anyways, so we're working with the guy to make sure that we can have it for next year. But anyways, excuse me. I've been talking for a while. My throat hurts. Okay, so. What else can I answer for you? Hopefully I answered everything.
Yeah, that's basically everything. You were really excited about the Stream Elements. That's where we left off.
Oh, yeah,
like,
that's right. That's right.
That.
Okay, so Stream Elements. So I want to show you something here quickly. I'm actually going to go and show my screen again. So I'm actually going to do that by going second screen. And well, you can see me talking right now. Ooh, look at that. Actually, we're going to actually go one further. I'm going to go into here. No, that's not it. That's what I wanted to show you. Okay, so if we actually go and look at me, looking at myself, oh, One Up on Cancer. So I'm actually going to go into our One Up on Cancer chats. I'm going to go to my videos here.
You got Inception.
Yes, it is Inception. So to actually go and show you kind of an idea of, let's see. I think this one's a good one here. To kind of show you how we did our streams. Okay, so this is John Wayne, who is doing a speed run, or at least I think he paused for a second, but he was doing a speed run of this game. So he's going to reset the game, and he's going to do it again. He's going to restart everything. But he is broadcasting from his house, and he's doing Zelda 2, it looks like. So, fine and dandy, right? So he's at his house doing this, and then he's doing a speed run of multiple different things. So going on here, so you can't hear that because, well,
that's fine.
Turn up here. Now you can hear it. So he's just kind of rattling through all the fun stuff here. I'm going to skip a little bit here. Hopefully we finished soon. But again,
if you could follow DGDS Charity on there, I can talk to Wolf about maybe restreaming our DGDS thing on the One Up on Cancer site. I don't know if that's going to be possible. I can't guarantee it, but I can talk to him about maybe restreaming it. It could be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I know we do that with Restream.io sometimes. So,
but anyways, thank you all for watching.
Here, you can hear him, right?
Yeah.
One Up Studios.
Come
and
on.
then he stopped talking.
Yeah,
and
he
came
did
back.
stuff. I don't know. Here he goes. Hold on. Come on, John. You can do it.
You can do it. I believe in you.
So, the background here, if we take a look at
One of
this,
our
for
guests could
example.
be a few different people.
Yeah, it's literally at the end. It's he knows to tilt the 5 bars at the bottom right. So we have this overlay, which is literally just our logo in there, and then we gave him the Platform Against Cancer logo and told him to put it anywhere and put their name anywhere. So since he was streaming 4:3 aspect ratio, like a lot of the speedrunners, he did that on the right side, and all of his info's on the left side. So
Just gonna close on your own. All right. So I will see everyone later. Enjoy the closeout. It's ending in the last 4 hours here.
yeah, so this
Make sure
is
you get
actually
the
going to
donations and
Brian,
bits
who's
wherever
the doctor.
Let's try and hit that next goal.
So
1,700. Only $99 more. I think we could do it. So, anyways, I'm out. Thank you all for watching.
You can actually
Stay
go.
tuned. The end
and
of the marathon is coming up. Very
We'll
soon.
turn so you actually see the full screen here. So, Platform Against Cancer is brought to you by The Node Co-working Events in Dallas. Why is it echoing? DX Racer, home of the best gaming chairs in the world.
Oh my god.
Antlion Audio, makers of the modular microphone, the Mod Mic. It did
At
this.
least it's
web
like
around. Portable
echoing at
chroma
the
key
same
screens
time,
that can be
not like
packed in
one
a
and then
portable
the other.
pouch. Yeah. Tiny Build Games, the label behind such games as Hello Neighbor, Party Hard, and coming soon, Secret Neighbor.
See, these are the kinds of things I was trying to ask about. You have all of these sort of partners for the charity. I was wondering if there's any way that we could get on any of them and let them know about our event for you guys.
Well, that is definitely a possibility. Hey, taxpayer, how you doing?
Hi.
So yeah, this is kind of like how we do our events. So you can see Brian there. He's just like defeated. It's like, why am I here alone? We were doing 12-hour stints, so that's the reason why. So this is just our top cam. We just kind of, this is our studio. This is Studio A, which you can't see up here, but literally it says Studio A on the door. But you can, he's about to talk.
Running this on my own
So you can
while
see.
also streaming. My favorite thing to do.
I don't know where our videos from last
So-
month went, but I can link you to
Make sure.
this one.
So
They're
anyways,
set to private right now.
that's fine. So anyways, let me go back to my screen here. So
Can I put a link in your Twitch chat?
no, yes, you're fine.
I didn't know if you had permissions on or. If you
Oh,
were
I
okay
don't
with it.
care, honestly.
So this is one of our streamers during the segment that we had last month, and you can kind of see our dynamic background and stuff if you look at it. And
There's a lot going on
Okay.
in this game.
I don't know what's
I get
actually
a lot
going
of
on in this
questions,
clip,
What do you think?
but I'm sure it's
and I
fine.
think there's a lot going on. The soundtrack, I didn't. A lot of people.
So
didn't,
up at the top, you can see there's a
say they
schedule,
had
and
a
every
lot
2
of
hours it
memorable
changes
music
between
and
who's.
Sure, I'm gonna mute that because that was loud.
Absolutely mute it, totally.
Yeah.
And then you got the streamer up in the top right, the game in the middle, and you can put whatever you want. You can have a game and a bunch of crap on the screen. We
So
don't care.
here a couple things here. First off, how do you control them not saying bad stuff in the chat?
We listen to them like we have a moderator in the chat with them in the Discord chat and just muted listening at all times.
Well, no, I'm talking about the actual chat here because you have your Twitch chat showing live right now, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about that. So if somebody says something like, I can't repeat any of the stuff that I've heard.
Yeah. No, absolutely. The ones that show the Twitch chat usually goes quick enough that it doesn't stay up on the screen very long. But we can ban them and stuff. And if it's done quick enough, it won't ever even show on the redone of the chat.
Oh,
If we,
okay. So there's a delay on this chat then.
Yeah, there's a little bit of delay on the visual chat than there is on the video chat.
Well, that's good. Okay, because I always hated the idea of having chat for the reason of having that happen. Like taxpayer slamming me with all those emotes. I'm teasing, man. I'm teasing. I actually can't even see them because at this moment I don't even have the I don't have Twitch up to actually see those. Let What is he saying? What are the icons? Oh. Just got my turbo going. You got turbo going. Ooh, turbo.
Twitch Turbo. Yeah.
Yeah, because they want you to pay again for all those wonderful things. Oh, okay, so that's turbo logos. I see now. Oh.
The ones that look like glitch are for Twitch Turbo, which comes with Prime, but now it doesn't anymore. So.
Yeah, that kills me. That really does. It's like you give us something nice, then you just take it away. I don't like ads either, but come on now. It kills me that I went adless for a year, and then now they're just like, oh, we want our money again. Aggravates me, man.
Yeah. But if something does slip and ends up on that screen, obviously there's not going to be a repercussion against Twitch, and we usually have a bunch of moderators in chat who will just spam chat to make it disappear as quick as possible too.
I kind of wish that they would make a plugin to make it so it would just kind of watch chat, and if somebody moderates it and removes it, it'll just update that chat so it doesn't show it anymore.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of does that. If you moderate it and delete it, it'll say message deleted.
Oh.
But if you've got FFZ or you click on message deleted and see what the message was.
See, so. I think that's one of our biggest problems is, we have not had a community manager. We just brought a person on to do that who's also a Twitch streamer. So we're hoping to actually build that community up to where somebody who's actually knowledgeable enough about all that stuff that I'm not. Because, again, I work a 40-hour job.
Absolutely.
A day, 40 hours per day. No, 40-hour a week job. And then immediately I go to, the nonprofit studio, and I'm working there on office stuff until 8 o'clock at night. So I'm always busy kind of doing stuff, and I don't have time to put time into all these different extras, So
if you have somebody who's running either the 1UP page or even your own personal page, you can ban certain words, and if you put asterisks at the beginning or end, it'll be on anything that's similar to that word. So if they use letters or numbers or whatever.
Wild cards, yeah.
So you'll be able to do that, and then when you say you have taxpayer here, if you right-click him, or if you click on him, if you click on him and then scroll down, there should be a ability to ban or whatever. I'm sure he's fine. I'm not saying you should do that to taxpayer, but he's the person
fine.
in chat. He's in chat right now. We can give him a little bit of crap.
Well, and actually, what's funny is he used to be one of my mods. I don't know why he was unmodded. So I know he's a mod on my Mixer channel. He was never a mod on my Twitch channel, so that's the reason why.
Rip.
So no, I love him and his wife. They're awesome people. There are a few reasons I miss Ohio is for him and his wife, and Zero, who's Bobby. She's also in Ohio, and we just need those 3 people to fly in and to live in Texas. Hint, hint, Paul. There are jobs here in Texas, Anyways, I'm a jerk.
Texas is also really big. He could end up somewhere far away.
Well, that's a good point, but Dallas. I'm gonna say Dallas, Texas, not Austin, not San Diego. What's San Diego? San Diego was not even San Antonio. San Antonio. It feels like Texas. No, it's just the drive might as well be as long as San Diego.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
My sister lives in San Antonio, so.
So you understand. That's 4.5 hours for me. When we go do PAX South, which we will be at PAX South, and if you're not, you should be.
I saw that.
Yes. It's one of those things that, you drive that and you're tired of the drive, and then you have to set up afterwards. Why do I have to do this? But we have a van now, so hopefully that'll make things a lot easier. Let's see. What else? I think that's everything right now. I am tired. I gotta go potty. I'm hungry.
I'm also in the sleepy times.
Yes.
There you go.
And it's 11 o'clock for you. It's 10 o'clock for me, and I have to wake up early. And I also have
I'm not on the East Coast. I'm in San Diego.
Oh, that's right. You're on the West Coast. So it's only 8 o'clock. Yeah. So for you, you get to watch Simpsons now. Nah, I have Hulu. I'll just wait till tomorrow. I'm fine.
No, my hubby's been streaming this entire time, and I'm just like, okay, have
Oh.
fun streaming. I'm usually the streamer, so the fact that he's doing it,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it's so exciting.
I want free candy. See, now that's another thing
Aw.
is, I did not purposely buy Halloween candy this year. I made sure I was out of the house. I made sure that I was not available. I didn't want to do Halloween this year. And my wife went and took a nap. And it was glorious because we live on a street with a cul-de-sac. And it's nobody comes by. And it feels kind of sad. Now, when we lived in Ohio, we actually had a pretty decent following. So it was kind of nice to actually go and have people come to the house and trick or treat, but we don't have that here, at least in our area. So it was sadness. I was sad.
Aw.
It's okay. Anyways, sorry.
Here for Halloween, we bought 2 bags of candy and put them out in the front porch on a little bowl, like, hey, help yourself, but don't be too greedy, whatever. And in 10 minutes, the entire bowl was gone because, like, so many kids were around and we had no idea.
Oh,
Because this is our first Halloween here.
I'm sure one kid just like, oh, free candy. Done. Oh,
The neighbors across the street said it was just a bunch of people at once. who were
I'm
watching,
sure.
but-
Yeah. I mean, I remember when I was a kid and it was 80s, early 90s when I would trick or treat. And again, Westside Cleveland, we weren't allowed to do trick or treat at
Aw,
night.
I'm sorry, taxpayer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the reason why we didn't do it this year. We only had about 6 people last year, and I'm like, why am I wasting my time? Nobody else had their lights on around us, so I was like, I'm gonna go and work on something. But to back to the point, it was I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, it was also raining, and that's a good point too. Yeah, it was also raining, but oh well, no big deal. And also I'm fat and I don't need more candy. And honestly, last year I was snacking on so much candy, and now I'm like, I just don't want that in the house. So I was constructive. I actually worked on things. But yeah. But anyways, I was saying, as I was a kid in Cleveland, they weren't allowed to have trick or treat at night because they were worried about stuff happening. So
Gangbangers and drugs. Those
yeah,
things you mentioned
exactly. So so we had trick or treat at 4:00 in the afternoon, 4 to 7, because daylight savings time back then was not in November. It was actually every 6 months, like originally was set. So it was just turning dark around 5, 6. So when you finished trick or treating, it was dark by the time you finished, and then you would go home, and that was it. It was like 4 to 6 or 4 to 7, whatever it was. And when I was too old to trick or treat, it was when I was too old to trick or treat, then they were like, "Oh, we're gonna start doing it at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m." And I'm like, "Oh, why would you? I would have had so much fun." But then I'm like, "Fine, screw it." So at my mom's house, I would scare the bejesus out of the kids. One year, I dressed as a scarecrow who was who looked very much like a scarecrow, and kids would go by and roar. I scared the crap out of them. It was awesome. Yeah. Because I enjoyed that. I always loved Halloween. But I mean, now everybody's so PC and everybody has so touchy-feely. I can't do it anymore. No, it's funny because when we had our house in Ohio, my wife would be like, "Yeah, you could do that, but don't scare the little ones," which I would never scare a little one. But we would have the garage open, and we would sit in the garage. We'd pass out candy. We'd have a table there. It was nice. And then, when the adult would come by, or the older kids who shouldn't have been trick or treating, but they were anyways, I could scare the bejesus out of them. So that was good. So, anyways, sorry, I again talked too much.
No worries. Thanks for talking with me at all. Thanks for answering some of my questions.
Oh, no problem. I'm glad to
help.
assist, and
I'm sorry I stopped you from gaming for
Oh, please,
a long
no,
time.
it's okay. You know, there's always Tuesday and Thursday and next Sunday, so I've got plenty of time. Plus, I've got some parts coming in. We're going to go in the next few weeks, going to rebuild my Xbox original and my PS2 so that I can do SD cards as well.
Sweet.
I know. I'm excited for those. So that's coming up in the next few weeks, so I'm excited.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah. You know, again, I love my classic consoles. I already modded my Dreamcast, which we need to bring out and have some fun with that too as well.
Yeah, if you want to do real hardware on our thing, you can do that too. If
the
you want.
problem
I do real hardware. So.
The setup is a pain in the butt to do real hardware.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like I have to know what I'm gonna do, how long it's gonna take me to load it, and then also I need to not be bored of it after 15 minutes. You know, and that's one of my biggest problems with doing Atari. You know, even though I've got this Retron 77. The Retron 77 is wonderful. However, each of these games is pretty much just playing, in my opinion, it's like glorified cell phone game. You know,
Yeah.
like after 15 minutes, like I'm done with this game. Let's switch to something else. Like earlier, I was playing E.T. and I just got so angry at playing E.T. and I'm like, screw it, I'm done. I'm done, and I turned it off because it was frustrating. But yeah, I mean, you can find versions of Flappy Bird for the Atari 2600 now. So, but yeah, I mean, again, it would be an aimless adventure if it was a fundraiser. Yeah, I don't think it'd be fun for anybody watching me fumble on these games. However, I'm proficient at Portal. I'm proficient at Wolfenstein 3D. I can have fun with both. So that's why I said,
Yeah. If you feel like you get bored of Portal, that's fine. We usually have people who they usually pick 2 games for a slot of 2 hours. So or even like up to 4 if you happen to like.
It's a lot of game hopping though. I mean, for a 2 hour slot.
It's a lot of game hopping. I mean, it depends on what you're doing and how long the games are, of course. But
Yeah.
like if that's more your style, you're up for it. If you want to do one, that's also perfectly acceptable.
You know, when I was a kid,
Pretty
these were also great building blocks too. You take an Atari cartridge and you see how high you can stack them. Because they're indestructible. I mean, you can bang these things all over. They're not going to break. Well,
absolutely.
maybe now because they're old and fragile, but of course they're not going to break very much. But
you might like bip off the solder and have to unscrew it and resolder it.
Yeah, I think that's about the worst thing that's going to happen, honestly. But anyways, with that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this out here, and we're going to do our end stream credits. So thank you all for coming by. I appreciate it. I'm going to go and click on this button now, which is going to say bye-bye to everybody. Bye, everybody. Catch you guys later. Thank you much for being awesome. Bye, everybody. Bye.